Back and forth.
Good morning, Zanele.
Morning, Zanella.
Okay. Morning, guys.
Okay, cool.
Morning, beautiful
Yes.
humans.
What do you say? So this link is
Thank you, bro.
Before.
I step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Good morning and welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. My name is Carl Wasty and join me on a journey of entertainment because today it's going to be entertaining, chatting about relationships on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And today's topic is, how long would you wait to put a ring on it? It is going to be a fantastic discussion. We've got some experts in a little bit later. It is going to be absolutely beautiful. So stand by for a show that is going to venture into that particular grey area for some. But if you're more decisive, I think you've got a lot of things to share with us today. But I hope you're feeling great this morning. Of course, we have to discuss this a little bit more, but I'm not alone today because, as always, we do have a partner in crime over here. In fact, too, Carissa Goeiemorgen. Good morning.
Good morning, Carl. How you doing on this Tuesday?
Phenomenal, actually. It's been a week and it's only been Monday, but it's going to be a fantastic day. Of course, we've got an energizing show as always, but this is just the way it goes, man. You know, so and a lot of topics that I feel like we're going to broach together with an expert panel as well as Zanele up in Joburg. It is going to be one of those shows. So I can't wait. It's going to be amazing.
Good morning, my beautiful family. I missed you over the last couple of days. I know it's been like 2 seconds, but like, oh my goodness, I absolutely missed you, Carl and Carissa. I feel like today is going to be a special show. Like you said, Carl, it's already been a week, but on a Tuesday, I think is where we settle into the week properly and we really get ready. So Mzansi Siyanamkela to the biggest and best breakfast show in the land, and it is about to be an incredible one indeed. But of course, this morning, we always love to have your opinion with us, right? Which is why I am so excited for us to be choosing what it is that you are going to be wearing, beautiful Carissa.
It is Tuesday, and not only are we choosing to stick with our men, but also we are going to choose a beautiful outfit that goes on this body, all right? And I need your help in order to do this. So we've got two choices, as Anela has said, and I'm very excited to say that I like one of them. So please choose the one that I'm going to talk about first. Okay, it's up to you though. Up first, we've got the curvy denim, because what is a good day without a great pair of jeans? And this one is no gap. So it's here for all of our curvy girls, and it's going to fit the physique so incredibly well. We're going to cinch it in with a belt and then pair it with a classy little serpi and a blazer. We're also going to have a kitten heel with a point added to it. So it's going to elevate the entire outfit and take the jeans from casual to something a little bit more business casual. Over here, we've got yet another pair of denim curvy jeans. This one is a different shade altogether, but I like it. It also is paired with a nice, beautiful shaded linen shirt. So that is perfect for the transitional seasons, moving from the very cold autumn winter into our spring summer, and that is paired with a beautiful brown kitten heel as well. So let me know, Mzansi, which one will you go for? I'm leaning more towards the black, but it's up to you at the end of the day. It's Tuesday, and you get to help me pick a dress, an outfit rather, not even a dress, a pair of jeans to dress up on this Tuesday. Of course, hashtag Styled by Woolies. Let us know across our socials, and we'll find out in a bit how I'm going to go from this to one of these.
Oh, Carissa, you'll look good in anything. You always do. So this is a tough choice to make. But I am going to say, as much as you like the black, I'm really liking that mint green that's coming through. I think it's just going to complement the color in your hair as well. So that is the one I'm voting for. But Mzansi, go and make your vote heard, because it is about what you want. For now, though, we also want to hear from you on the social media streets, all in the name of the Good Morning Post. And baby, it is Relationship Tuesday after all. So bam, 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 bam. song. Let's get into it. We want to know from you, hashtag Expresso Show on all social media platforms and on 063-408-8863. How many dates do you have to go on with somebody before you consider it a serious relationship? You know, what are some of the boxes that you need ticked before for you genuinely are like, okay, cool. This is something that I can genuinely jump into wholeheartedly, and I can love this person, and we can hopefully go and run and get married one of these days. Let us know, 063-408-8863. I want the King Carl to come through and kick us off. Carl, how many dates would you say, my lovely?
You know what? I think it could be after one date. I'm pretty much a hopeless romantic in that particular way, as long as there's a lot of communication, because you know what? Life is supposed to be fun. And if you're going to say, like, what are we so early, then I think that kind of like spoils the organic flow of any interaction. So I feel like if you're going to put a number to dates, you're starting to look at a relationship very analytically. I think you should let things flow. So it could be 1, could be 10, but as long as you're communicating and saying, I'm vibing with you, let's continue this. I think that's the most beautiful thing you can do. But that's just me.
See, Carl, as much as you and I were on the same wavelength on a lot of things, this time around, I'm on the opposite side. A nice 15 dates, ne, for me.
15?
We have to go on many dates. 15, Carl, 15, if I can say that, yes, we're in a relationship. This is serious business, okay? But let us know, Expresso family, hashtag Expresso Show. And right about now, as we kick off the show, we need to always take care of business. The beautiful Carissa standing by with the news headlines.
Thank you so much, Zanele. Let's get into your first bit of news for this morning. And we get started with some national news, where Basic Education Minister Siviwe Gwarube announced a fundamental review of the school curriculum, focusing on teaching content, pedagogy, assessment and professional support. Speaking at the 40th Association for Educational Assessment in Africa annual conference, Gwarube emphasized the need to produce digitally literate pupils who can communicate effectively. Now, the current curriculum is heavy knowledge-based, with a little emphasis on skills, competencies and character development. 5 key priorities, including literacy and numeracy, have been identified, addressing the alarming 81% of grade 4 pupils who cannot read for meaning. Women are urged to screen for cervical cancer following the launch of specialized services in Umbuleni Hospital in Mpumalanga to mark Women's Month. MEC for Health, Sasekani Manzini, revealed that out of 60,000 women recently screened in the province, 140 were diagnosed with cervical cancer. The World Health Organization states that cervical cancer is the 4th most common cancer in women globally. Many deaths occur due to lack of knowledge, but it is treatable if detected early. The Department of Health is raising awareness, particularly in rural areas. Moving on to international news, where Ethiopia has signed an agreement to design a new 4-runway airport near Bishoftu, 45 kilometers from Addis Ababa, set to Africa's largest upon completion in 2029. Now, the airport will handle 100 million passengers annually and provide parking for 270 aircraft. Dubai-based Sidera will design the project. Bole Addis Ababa International Airport, the current hub, will soon reach its 25 million passenger capacity. Ethiopian Airlines carried 17 million passengers last year and expects 20 million this year. A rocket engine exploded during a 9-engine test at the UK's new spaceport in Shetland, conducted by German company Rocket Factory Augsburg. The test was part of trials leading up to the UK's first vertical rocket launch. Despite the explosion, no one was injured. The launch pad was secured. Large flames and smoke were seen before the rocket was engulfed in fire. Now, Saxford Spaceport confirmed all safety protocols were followed, with the site evacuated beforehand. And at this hour, we close off with this feel-good story where Hong Kong is abuzz with joy as Yin Yang, a beloved giant panda, gave birth to twin cubs just 1 day before her 19th birthday. This heartwarming event is a rare miracle, as Yin Yang is the oldest giant panda on record to become a first-time mum, equivalent to a 57-year-old human. Now, the cubs, a male and a female, are under 24-hour intensive care as they are very fragile. Yin Yang was understandably nervous during the birth, twisting on the ground, but her resilience has touched hearts worldwide. Thousands have shared congratulatory messages online, celebrating not only this new life, but also the success of China's panda conservation efforts. Congratulations to you, Yin Yang, and I see that we are matching today. But now that wraps up your news, let's head into your sports. Here's Carl.
Thanks, Carissa. Let's take a look at the sporting action. Lots of football for you this morning. And let's start with Thierry Henry, who has stepped down as coach of France's under-21 football team after leading them to a silver medal at the 2024 Paris Olympics. Now, Henry, Arsenal's all-time top scorer, took charge last summer and was under contract until June 2025. He cited personal reasons for his decision to leave after guiding Les Bluets to their first Olympic men's final since 1984. Now, staying with football, Ilkay Gundogan announced his retirement from international football after captaining Germany at the Euro 2024. The 33-year-old Barcelona midfielder scored 19 goals in 82 appearances for his country. His decision, shared on social media, follows Thomas Muller's retirement after Germany's Euro 2024 quarter-final exit to Spain. Now, staying with footy, of course, the first round of the Premier League wrapped up last night. Jamie Vardy's second half header earned Leicester a 1-1 draw against Tottenham. And wrapping with cricket action, West Indies all-rounders Andre Russell and Jason Holder have been rested for the upcoming 3-match T20 series against the Proteas. Returning to the squad are medium pacer Matthew Ford and all-rounder Fabian Allen, who missed the T20 World Cup in June. The series will be played on the 23rd, 25th and 27th of August. That is at the Brian Lara Stadium in Trinidad and Tobago. And that's it for sport for now. Another update in 1 hour. Let's take a first look at your weather. Here's Anele.
Like outside today for you, all in the name of hopefully having the most beautiful Tuesday. And my love, I am here to tell you that high winds warning issued for Northern Cape and fire danger across multiple provinces. Which ones to be exact? The South African Weather Service has issued a warning for damaging winds over the southern parts of ZF Mkawu and Pixley Kiseme districts in the Northern Cape, the Dr. Beyers Nordia local municipality in the Eastern Cape, and Central Karoo in the Western Cape. These winds are expected to cause difficult driving conditions and rapid spreading of fault fires. Additionally, extremely high fire danger conditions are forecasted for most parts of the Northern Cape, Western Northwest and Southern Free State, Northwestern Western Cape and most parts of the Eastern Cape. Residents are urged to please exercise caution, so please do be careful. In the same breath, we want to hear from you, please, in terms of our morning views. 063 408 8863. What does your morning view look like? Send us that picture. So it got cut.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. I step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning Expresso. I feel good today. It's my feel-good breakfast. the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show. I step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good. It's my feel good. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We do apologize for the technical difficulties, but we are back and better, baby. In the first hour of the show, we've got to cover all things to do with health. It is Health Tuesday, and we're excited to welcome Dr. Celeste van Drunik, a specialist gynecologist and gynecological oncologist who dedicated her career to advancing women's health. Very important work that we've got going here. And today she brings a wealth of knowledge to the conversation on the often overlooked but critical aspect of female metabolic health. Now, from the impacts of hormonal changes during menstruation, pregnancy, and menopause to the intricate connections between stress and sleep, our metabolic well-being is something that we definitely need to delve into. Doc, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank
We're
you.
chatting off air about how important this work is, not just in Women's Month, but I think all year round, right?
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely, yes.
Well, let's get into the first little bit. It's all around the metabolic health, right?
Yes.
Something that maybe isn't a table conversation when we have dinner, but it is very vital when it comes to women in particular. Can you talk to me more about metabolic health?
So metabolic health is actually, there's no real definition, but you can see it as the way your body reacts to the food and the fuel that you give it, right? And so if it reacts positively, it means that you have a good metabolic health. So if you can manage your blood sugar levels and your blood pressure and your blood fat levels, your cholesterol levels, it means you have good metabolic health, which is very important.
And I wonder, because, you know, we always have this conversation about high metabolism, fast metabolism. When you hit over 30, it just keeps slowing down, apparently, when it comes to women and men alike. But do hormonal changes have any impact on our metabolic health?
I mean, during reproductive years, so when you're younger, especially for women, yes, it might fluctuate your metabolic rate slightly during your cycle, and pregnancy, of course, increases your metabolic rate. But what we do ourselves, the food that we put into our body, how much we move, that really influences our metabolic health. And so later on, when women go through menopause, that's really when we see an increased risk for metabolic syndrome, and then we need to think about the factors that we can influence early on to prevent, you know, poor metabolic health.
Oh my goodness. Lifestyle factors.
Definitely, yes.
Do these impact? I mean, we live in such a stressful time. Life is so demanding. We're so time poor. So how exactly do we marry these two together to ensure optimal health?
I think we shouldn't overcomplicate it. I think, you know, people tend to overcomplicate what we should do to be healthy and have a good metabolic health. But it starts with the food that we eat. We need to eat whole foods. We need to eat more fruits and vegetables. And we know that. But it's not always easy. And I live, and I say to my patients, you know, live by the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time, eat healthy. You know, choose more fruits and vegetables and healthy proteins as well. 20% of the time, go and have your pizza on a Friday night. That's fine. You know, eat the chocolate if you want the chocolate. And then we need to move. We need to move our bodies. Exercise is different for different people, you know, but we need to move on a daily basis. We need to get our steps in. We need to be active.
And when it comes to research advancements, like we said, this is a topic that needs to be explored more, but it is your speciality. So is there anything that excites you that's coming out now, or things that you feel like we need to know?
Yes, there's actually a lot of new research coming out and has already been published about the gut microbiome. So these are the little, you know, microorganisms, the bacteria and the virus and the fungi that inhabit, you know, the body and specifically the gut. And if that gut microbiome is healthy, we know it decreases your risk for metabolic syndrome and high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, and even cancer. It also actually is linked to an increased metabolic mental health. If it is healthy, it's astonishing.
I love that. And also the way you talk about medicine in particular does seem very much in a good, nice little triangle. It's mind, body, and soul added together. We cannot leave the one or the other off the table, right? And is this important when you're young as much as it is when you're maybe approaching menopause, you know, approaching 50s, that age group?
Oh, for sure. I mean, throughout your life, mental health is extremely important, and we need to look after that. The body and the soul is connected. If your mental health is not intact, you know, your risk of metabolic syndrome also increases, of obesity and all the other diseases that's linked to that. So that's extremely important throughout life, especially in the beginning, but also later on in life.
Doc, a quick one. Are there any metabolic issues that affect women more than men? Like, are we more prone to diabetes? Because I know we carry fat on our bodies.
Yes, so as you go through menopause, as women go through menopause, you know, there is a shift in body composition. But the risk of metabolic diseases go up because of the decrease in certain female hormones. And so we need to, you know, address these factors that can decrease our risk for metabolic syndrome early on, even before menopause. And even if you're through menopause, it's never too late. You know, you need to start today.
Start today, I think, is what I'm
Yes.
taking away from this, regardless of your age right now. But if somebody is facing something and they're going, okay, I'm already here, doc, what do I do now? Are there any supplements or medication that you could perhaps provide to us to assist?
I think a supplement is exactly what what the name says. It's a supplement. It's supplement to what you are eating and what you're putting into your body. And I think, and how much you're moving. So yes, if you follow a certain diet, like a plant-based diet, you might need a little bit more vitamin B12 or iron. But if you eat enough fruits and vegetables and in healthy, oils and seeds and nuts, you'll get all the micronutrients as well that you need. So I think that's very important to remember. Hormonal things, I mean, that's very individualistic. It differs. Through menopause, there's definitely a role for hormones. It helps with metabolic health. It does protect the heart and the bones.
Right.
But that we need to look at, patient per patient.
Doc, if there's just one bit of advice that you could give a woman right now, we are in Women's Month and we're talking specifically about metabolic health within women. What would you say to them that they can do today?
Start today.
Yeah.
I think follow the 80-20 rule, 80% of your diet. And I don't like the word diet because I'm not saying restrict. You shouldn't restrict anything. But you should focus on 80% of the time, or at least 80% of the time, eating a healthy diet, moving more, sleeping well, sleeping enough. That's also important. Managing your mental health. And having a sense of purpose, I think that's also very important.
Oh, I love that. You're ending it off with what I think is one of the most important things. Yes to purpose, yes to balance, yes to good health, and it is available for everyone.
Yes.
Thank you, Doc, so much for joining us. This
Thank
was
you so much.
informative. We hope to have you back soon, and I hope that you grabbed something really special from that. Start today is what you need to be doing, and not only that, you need to have a balanced lifestyle, and this is where you get started.
You are so right, my Carissa. And I absolutely love that we're having these conversations around our health, especially because now I feel like it is the apt time to celebrate the people who help our health to be in tip-top shape as well when it comes to pharmacies. We're talking about the pharmacy of the week, and we've got one that honestly has come out and shone above the rest. Let's check it out.
Our pharmacies are on the front line of healthcare. This is Pharmacy of the Week.
Well, I chose to serve my community because I like to help people. All of us here like to help people. We just want to make other people's lives better. So that's why we chose to be pharmacists. The community is important because one hand washes the other hand. If we don't serve the community, they won't be serving us. If you're sick, the first thing that goes down, if there's financial crisis, the first thing that goes down is self-care. We are here to help you to make sure that the medication that you need, you get the right ones. If it's financial, that it's the cheapest one, or that it can be the best one for you. That helps with self-care. Being brave means putting aside everything that is on your mind, everything that's going on in your life, putting it aside and helping the patient that's in front of you, helping the person that's coming in with their own problems, trying to help them figure out first what is going on and helping them to be the best person before you go back to what your problems is.
Pharmacy of the Week, proudly brought to you by Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave.
Carenza Parisi, proudly brought to you by Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave.
Except Pretoria. It's Pretoria's finest when it comes to the pharmacy of the week. Well done, well done. I know Arinel is very, very proud. Thank you very much. Next week, we do it again, all in the name of celebrating and spotlighting those peeps who make our lives easier when it comes to us heading off to a pharmacy, hopefully needing to be helped in the best way possible, and them doing just that. You're still on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Do not go anywhere. There's still a lot coming through, and we want you to be on your way with a smile on your face, which is why we still got a lot. Don't go anywhere.
With 5 times greater plaque reduction than brushing and flossing alone. For a cleaner mouth and healthy gums. Completes the clean with Listerine.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Good morning. If you've just woken up, this is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso, and let's chat about something that I think we don't know too much about. I think you just hear it on movies and TV, but no one actually gets into the nitty-gritty. Now, if you ever wondered how to manage lactose intolerance, yes, you've heard about it, without giving up your favorite dairy treats, let's find out how. We're joined by registered dietitian and nutrition expert Catherine Day, who will shed light on lactose intolerance and how to navigate it with ease. Hello, Catherine.
Hi.
So, lactose intolerance, we hear it in the movies all the time, you know? It's like, no, don't give it to me, and the guy explodes, you know, after drinking milk.
Totally.
It's a very, very vague understanding for lactose intolerance, but I think let's give it a step-by-step as to what it is, just to start off as a baseline.
Sure, so basically lactose intolerance is when people have a deficiency of an enzyme
Yes.
called lactase. And lactase basically helps your body break down lactose, which is milk sugar. And so, yeah, you need enough lactase to be
Yes.
able to break down the lactose.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you get those really nasty effects like what you've just mentioned.
Yes.
Also nausea, bloating, abdominal pain. It's not great. Flatulence, another one.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the movie stuff, you know, the vague things that you always see all the time. But
Yes.
naturally, people live with this every single day and are managing lactose intolerance. I think with what you have just mentioned, it seems so unfair that somebody can't have the benefits of dairy. So managing it is going to be very, very paramount to actually living a normal life and making sure that you're comfortable. So what is the first thing to consider when people are trying to manage lactose intolerance?
So yes, it's definitely about quality of life. You don't want
Right.
those ill effects every day.
Yeah.
So the sort of dietary treatment would be to take the lactose away, which, you know, does sometimes for some people mean taking all dairy away.
Yeah.
But luckily, we don't have to do that anymore. Nowadays, there's a much greater availability of lactose-free dairy, which basically they put lactase, which is the enzyme that you're sort of deficient in, into the milk, and that enzyme basically eats up the milk sugar for you. So it's doing its job for you. And so, yeah, you can still enjoy some dairy products if you do,
Yeah.
or if you, should I say, if you're able to buy these lactose-free milk products.
Okay, it's a game changer, you know, to think about that. It
Totally.
really is, because you don't want to just to live without those things. You want to live a normal sort of life. You want to cook like the way you cook, eat the way you eat. But of course, we have to manage it. But I know that just a lot of people they have a knee-jerk reaction when they hear I'm lactose intolerant. Cutting out dairy completely, cheers, goodbye. So, what are some of the common mistakes when somebody is cutting lactose completely out of their diet, so to speak?
Yeah, so you do tend to cut dairy out, as I mentioned. And then what happens is a lot of people sometimes go for the plant-based milks as a good alternative.
Yes.
And it can be a good alternative. However, you know, milk is, it's milk. There's
Yeah.
nothing else in milk. It comes straight from, you know, a cow or wherever you're getting it
Yes.
from. And so it is very unprocessed.
Yeah.
Whereas with the plant-based milk, some of them do tend to have up to 11 different ingredients. So they are more processed. And in those 11 different ingredients, they don't actually have as much protein. And they do tend to sometimes lack calcium. So depending on what plant milk you choose, they may not actually put calcium back into the milk. So those are the two very big ones. So, you know, you do have to make sure that if you are taking dairy out, that you're aware of these changes.
Okay.
Because protein can be a very important nutrient in your daily eating.
So just as an anecdote, you'd recommend that if somebody is indeed lactose intolerant, that they need to start thinking about the things that they are going to lack
Yeah.
if they remove dairy out of their diet, including, as you mentioned, calcium, which is
Yeah.
paramount to anybody, right?
So important in women's health, which
Yes.
is, you know, what we are all talking about
Yeah.
this August. Yeah.
Okay, this is fantastic to hear. Now, when it comes to lactose-free options, incorporating them into your meals, I think when you think this is lactose-free, you look at it differently. I think you kind of think this is not going to be as thick and rich and creamy as I'm not going to be able to add it to my diet. So what are some of the building blocks to adding lactose-free alternatives into your diet?
So, you know, nowadays they're far more available than they used to be, let's say,
Yes.
10 years ago, which is first a great thing.
Yeah.
And the other thing, you know, there are some really nice, easy options to do in the kitchen, especially for breakfast, like overnight oats. You can prep this the night before, you know, put some
My favorite.
lactose-free milk with your oats if you're struggling with milk. And you can also do a chia pudding, which is really nice. It's a different take on breakfast, but a lot of people are enjoying it because you can put some fruit compote in to make it naturally sweeter.
Yes.
And then you could also do a smoothie, which I think is most people's go-to in summer maybe. But those are all quick, easy hacks where you would have used normal cow's milk, you just used the lactose-free option. Some people do say that the lactose-free option does tend to be slightly sweeter, but nutritionally, the only thing they add is that lactase enzyme. So there's actually no difference per se. It's just that the lactase enzyme has eaten up the milk sugar for you.
Well, that makes sense, though. Lactase is in there. Milk sugar is getting removed and eaten up, which means, I suppose, on caloric intake, it may just, you know, be something a bit less than natural, you know, going that way, which is interesting in terms of dietary. But just in terms of, just to wrap it up, for anybody who is lactose intolerant, I think maybe let's start off at a little fact that they need to know before they start their new journey lactose-free.
So most people who are lactose intolerant can still handle up to 12 grams of lactose a day. So that would be 250 mils of milk,
Yes.
but spread throughout the day. So some people who really struggle with milk tend to be okay with milk in, let's say, tea or coffee, but you put an ice cream in front of them and that is tickets kind of thing. So it is important to still sometimes expose your gut to a little bit of lactose because if you take it completely away, you tend to lose all ability to be able to even digest that.
Okay.
So something around training your gut, we think is still there. And if you include it slowly, and there's a lovely saying that says, start low, go slow, then grow. If you include it in small amounts, you can actually train your gut to still have a little bit of lactose in your diet. But obviously, if you've got severe lactose intolerance, then the much better route is going the lactose-free way.
Catherine, you've been fantastic today. Thank you. You've shown that lactose intolerance is not the end, you know. It's a new journey.
It's just a swap, right?
It is indeed. Thank you so much. That was fantastic. If you are lactose intolerant, I hope that helped you. If you experience bloating or nausea after consuming dairy, you might be lactose intolerant. Clover No-Lac is here to help you understand your body better. So simply scan the QR code and take the quick and easy test to find out if you are lactose intolerant. It's the first step toward enjoying dairy without discomfort. To get an official diagnosis, please visit a doctor or registered dietitian today.
Well, welcome to the kitchen. I absolutely love being here. It's a Tuesday, and that means that maybe you're still feeling a bit of fatigue from the weekend. So we're going to get you into and sorted with a lovely weeknight dinner that is just fuss-free and also lactose-free. So if Carl and the good dietitian spoke to you, then this is a dish that you are going to want. Michaela Chun is back in the kitchen to show us how to make a vegetarian Thai green curry. Now, this is perfect, like I said, for a fuss-free weeknight dinner. And it doesn't skimp on taste. That's the most important thing. Michaela, welcome back. Thank you for being here.
Carissa.
We need to get into this. This is one of my favorite dishes to make, but it really is so flavorful. And also there's no meat in it. So you would think that you would need some chicken, but you don't. You don't miss it at all.
Oftentimes, a lot of the Asian cultures are actually vegetarian. So it plays into the whole, meal of their life.
Yes.
A lot of seasoning, spices, cooking those down just to make something that could be very average. Amazing.
Amazing. Elevates the taste. Okay, I'm going to move on to this side. I'm going to cut up some chilies, maybe chop the veggies a little bit. Oh, you say that. Does that mean the chilies are super hot?
I don't know, eh? They put those there with... Oh, just mind the eyeballs later.
The way you're looking at me, you're making me nervous. I'm just like... These are hottest chilies that I've ever chilied.
Your hands are going to be dodgy. My clothes are going to smell like spices later. We're all good.
So do we only need one, or do you want all three?
How hot are you?
Oh, listen, I'm not very, I mean, I'm hot, but like, I'm not very hot. I can't deal with heat very well.
Well, I think these are bird's eyes.
Do you want to try? I think you should try it. Don't take the seat. Oh my God, Michele, don't do it.
Okay, it's a hot one.
It's a hot one. Okay, it's been established. We'll do one, not three. Oh, Lordy.
It's a hot one.
Please, guys, I'm not trying to kill off our chef today.
No, it's done. No, it's still going.
Okay, good.
Okay, so
I'm going to chop up the mini corns. Is there an official name for these mini corns? Or is it
there is, but it's not mini corn, and I can never remember what the official name is.
They're delicious. I absolutely love the texture they bring to dishes.
So when it comes to any kind of curry,
Yeah.
whether it be Indian or Thai or Japanese, you always want to fry up the spices. It enhances the flavor, and it releases all the little fragrances in between. Yeah. So we fry up our curry paste and we add in some stock. Nice.
And that is chicken stock, veggie stock.
Veggies.
Right.
There were
sticking with the
curry
veggies.
floaties in there. Yeah. So
So
cook
apparently
those
these are
down.
called candle corn.
Oh, well, thank you, people.
I've never heard that in my life. They're mini corns, okay? It's been established on your Feel Good Breakfast show.
There we go. Okay, and we have some fish sauce because that's a staple in Thai-based dishes.
Also lots of flavor in that.
Yeah. Okay, so we have some coconut cream here.
Lovely. Not coconut milk?
No, coconut
Okay.
cream.
Yum.
Look at that texture. So we're going to do actually a bit of our coconut cream. Oh, did you see how creamy that was?
That was delicious.
Yeah.
You could smell what's in the kitchen right now. Wow.
That, and then because we're talking about lactose intolerance, we have some no-lac milk over
Can I grab
there.
it for you?
Yes, please.
Amazing. So that's also just going to add to the...
Yeah. If you could just keep going.
Okay.
There we go, stop.
So just a little touch of it.
Exactly.
Add to the consistency, add to the flavor,
And
also the
then
nutrients.
What you need to do is throw your veggies in there.
Michaela, I love
usually
that this is
start-
such an easy dish to make, to be fair.
It's a cook the spices and then just put everything in and go stand on the side and, I don't know, do something.
Do something. Go catch up on Instagram. What would you serve this with ideally? Some rice, some noodles?
Some jasmine rice.
Ooh,
You could
yum.
also do it with some rice noodles. Those would also be good. What else do we like as a carb base? I mean, if you really wanted to put on a sandwich, you could.
Ooh.
I mean,
I've
just go
never
like-
heard of that, but the dipping of the bread in that, I can
Yes.
imagine to be absolutely
Right?
divine. Okay, so I'm cutting up your sugar snap peas as well, although I'm going to leave some of them chunky.
Yeah.
A bit
we
of
like
texture.
A chunky one.
Okay, perfect.
And we'll add those in generally towards the end. They have very little cooking time.
Yes, of course.
So
when does the
go-
chili go in?
Now.
Now? We'll add a touch of chili. Why not?
It's
just a little bit.
burning a little on the one side.
Oh, and it's the fact that you basically didn't taste it. You just sniffed it and said, "This is spicy right here."
No, I did put it
You
in
put
my
your
mouth. I
Okay,
did,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
There's a problem.
What's nice is that if you add a little bit too much of the spice, you could probably add some sugar, right, to balance out the heat.
Look at you.
Listen, I've picked up a couple of things right here in the past 3 months, and
Nice.
we are here, baby. That looks really delicious. Thank you so much, Michaela. I think
Pleasure.
magic of TV. We're gonna go ahead and
Yep.
add the rest of the rainbow in, and there you have it, a weeknight dinner that is fuss-free, full of flavor, full of nutrients for you as well, and good for vegans, vegetarians, and even you meat eaters. I dare you to try this and tell me that you missed some chicken. You can find the full recipe on expressoshow.com. Michaela, thank you.
Thanks, Carissa.
That's delicious.
Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso here on S3. Now, with winter season in full swing, we can feel it. In fact, I'm feeling it right now. We understand that ongoing battle of the skin, it's happening, especially for eczema-prone and dry skin. That's why we gave you the chance to ask a dermatologist anything you want to know about eczema and dry skin. And now it's time to find out those answers. So please lean in if you're one of those individuals. Let's welcome Dr. Lauren Knight as she provides some valuable insights into your skin and, of course, all of your queries. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So, I mean, I'd love to ask some anecdotal questions, etc., but we actually have proper case studies that I want to run you through so you can answer. It's so nice to have a dermatologist here. I have questions too, but it's not about me. It's about Tlabane, who said this: what causes dry skin and what products can I use for dry skin? Nice and easy to start.
So, I mean, if we think about dry skin, it's essentially the loss of water from inside our cells to the outside environment. So we call transepidermal water loss. And this can really happen on the grounds of two things. So it's either a problem with your barrier. So if we think of our skin as a brick wall, our skin cells are bricks, and the lipids between the cells are the cement. So your lipids, your cholesterol, your ceramides, the spikes, polyfiller between your cells. So there could be a barrier problem, and this could be an intrinsic problem. So do you have an underlying skin condition, eczema, rosacea, that results in barrier impairment, making your barrier leaky? Or is it something that you're doing to your barrier? So are you using harsh scrubs, washes, cleansers that are stripping those lipids out of your barrier? Or is it an environmental problem? So is it that it's now gotten colder, it's gotten drier, and you're increasing that gradient or flow of fluid from the inside of the cells to the outside, which is what we kind of transiently experience around the time of winter. And if we're looking at how we want to hydrate our skin, you're going to think along those same principles. So you could use more occlusive ingredients, so more ointment-based creams, which are going to be kind of a tent over your skin, locking in your moisture. Or you could be using ingredients that are going to draw water into the cells, so humectant ingredients, things like hyaluronic acid. Or you could think, am I going to be polyfilling my barrier? So there you're looking for ingredients that are replacing what's been lost. So moisturizers that containing your ceramides, your glycerol, your glycerine, you know, decreasing the inflammation, looking after your microbiome, things like colloidal oatmeal. So I think that's a nice way to think about it. So try and identify what the problem is, what the problem could be, and then look for those ingredients to manage your dry skin.
Just to simplify that, Tabang, look after your brick wall. Cool, done. Let's move on. And Tabi and Tenes said, why does the skin become itchy? Is there anything we can use to combat that? And how do you break that itch and scratch cycle? It sounds like there's a problem here.
So itch is probably one of the most debilitating symptoms. And if you've been itchy or you've seen a dog that's itchy, you understand the problem. So itch in dry skin happens for a number of reasons. So the first one being that barrier that's impaired. So in the same way that our barrier then becomes leaky to water from the inside to outside, it becomes susceptible to penetration from any irritation or allergen from the outside. So anything that could potentially irritate the skin then penetrates our barrier. You lose that kind of defensive barrier function, and that triggers off a process of inflammation in the skin. As our skin becomes more inflamed, it releases inflammatory cells, which we call cytokines, but also things like histamine, which people may have heard of. And these mediators then stimulate your nerve cells or your nerve endings that sense itch. So you trigger that pathway. The nerve cells also become increasingly more sensitive, so heightened to stimulation. And with that break in the barrier, I always explain the nerve cells actually kind of stick out a little bit or become, you know, directly in contact with the environment. And that's why things like change in your environment, change in temperature, clothing, brushing against your skin becomes irritating, stimulates the itch. And then remember that itch has a psychological component.
Yes.
So the more we itch, we drive this urge to scratch. The more we scratch, we damage our barrier, and you trigger off that itch-scratch cycle that she's speaking of. And so actually to treat your itch, you need to break that cycle. So it's really important that we speak of, you know, repairing our barrier, obviously as the first line, like we've already discussed. You can then also look after your external triggers, so be careful about fabrics, wearing loose clothing, non-irritative or acrylic fabrics. Regulate your temperature, keep your skin nice and cool, because we know that those same fibers that sense itch also sense heat. So when you get in the shower, it feels good initially and then starts itching.
Yes.
So be careful about temperature. Some people you know, recommend using antihistamine kind of lotions or tablets. If you've got underlying inflammation, we want to control that inflammation with a topical steroid or a calcineurin inhibitor. But then really important, it's about, you know, the behavioral aspect of itch. And there's nothing more frustrating than someone who's itching being told not to itch, or not to scratch.
Yeah.
But it really is about thinking, you know, we often scratch when we're at a downtime, when you're not thinking about anything. So when you're busy, you're not thinking about the fact that you're itchy, you're not scratching. So to try and do that kind of behavioral modification, keep your nails short, so if you are scratching, you're not damaging your skin.
Nice.
And the thing is, if you really are worried and you're not settling, you should seek help, because your itch, your dry skin could be a clue to an underlying condition, not just a symptom.
Brilliant, and a phenomenal answer as well. We have one more question. I've got so many more from the socials, but let's go to Eva Modise, who said, how can I differentiate between dry skin and eczema? What ingredients should I look for or avoid in skincare products if I have eczema or dry skin?
So I like this question because it really is a key principle.
Yeah.
Okay, so dry skin is a type of skin, but it can also be a symptom of an underlying condition like eczema.
There we go.
So dry skin, remember we've said, could be a barrier impairment. It can happen to all of us. You could be someone who naturally has a drier skin. Yes, and it can become severe with inflammation, redness, irritation. But it's important to remember that not everyone with dry skin has eczema, but everyone with eczema has got a percentage or a proportion of their skin that is dry, or a more tendency towards drier skin.
Yeah.
But when we're working in the realm of eczema, we're looking at your associated features. So it's not just dry skin. We're wanting to know, do you have a family history of eczema? Do you have asthma? Do you have allergic rhinitis? Then we're looking at the pattern of your dryness. Is there a specific pattern? You know, we know that eczema tends to occur in your skin folds more commonly. And then we're looking, are there associated features that are happening with your dry skin? So do you have that keratosis pilaris or chicken skin? You know, do you have features in your face of, we see darkening around the eyes,
Yes.
we see increased skin markings on your hands. So it's a bit more of looking at the associated features, the things that are happening with the dry skin, than just saying you have eczema because you have dry skin. Yeah. But I think if the take-home message really is, do what you can to look after your skin, to protect your skin. So avoid fragrances, avoid harsh washes, things that are stripping your barrier. Do the best that you can to replace your barrier, repair your barrier, moisturize your skin. But if it's not getting better, if you're battling with inflammation, if you're thinking that there could be these other things at play, and your dry skin is more part of a diagnosis, it's important to see someone to make that diagnosis to optimize your control.
You've been amazing. Honestly, we've had 3 incredible questions, amazing answers from you, Doctor, and I really appreciate you being here today. And thank you. I think, in short, look after your barrier. You need to do that. You know, winter can be cruel, and a very cruel time for your skin, so do remember, even the coldest weather can't freeze your self-care routine. And thanks to Aveeno, you are sorted for the remainder of the winter season.
Your skin is thirsty for natural oils and moisture. With soothing triple oat complex, oat flour hydrates. Oat oil boosts ceramide levels and locks in moisture. Oat extract soothes itchy skin. Aveeno Skin Relief Moisturizing Lotion.
Now, the thing about us as your Expresso family is that we don't only put you on when it comes to your skin and how you can best look after it, but we also put you on with the really great looks that wait for you at Woolies. And this is why this morning we asked you to please come and help the beautiful Carissa get dressed and choose which outfit would be best for this Tuesday. So, my friend, let's take a look on the social media streets what you had to say. Teresa Micah said, good morning, my beautiful, beloved Expresso fam. You're so sweet, Teresa. Option 2 will look super stunning on our fashion girly Carissa. The scarf complements the entire look. Hashtag styled by Woolies. Renate came through and said, wow, I love the confidence in both looks, but if I really have to choose, number 2. Taurus Pumelelo Hlongwane says, the black curvy skinnies, look number 2. And then Mochelo Muduko says, good morning, family. Option 2 for Carissa, please. So, Carissa, girl, I think you have your answer, and I am so excited to see you in this look. Look number 2 coming out on top. Everybody, Carissa Cupido.
Hello, hello. Thank you, Zanele, for that introduction. It's so good to see you behind me on the big screen, girl. And I'm so glad that actually you went with outfit number 2. I was leaning towards a little serape moment, but I love this. It definitely is the perfect transitional outfit. We've got the high-waisted flare jeans that are good for the curvy girls. And like I said, no gap in the back. It's also quite stretchy. And then you've got the summer favorite, the linen shirt. And the color's so good. I think it might be matching yours as well, Zanette. I think we actually look pretty good together.
I know, right? I feel like we go together. And another thing is I'm also styled by Woolies. So, Woolies girls worldwide is what I'm thinking, Carissa. And you look absolutely stunning in option 2, my beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much, Zanele. Absolutely love this. Remember that you can shop at this look and so much more at Woolies in-store, online, and also on the app. So please get yourself looking good like this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Goeiemorgen, Mzansi. You're still on your Feel Good Breakfast show right here on S3. And my lovely Inkoba Yanamhlanje is Sababa, because on the way, we're still going to be making sure that you feel good indeed. So many different factors to get into, so many different reasons to stay tuned. And I promise you, it is all going to be worth it, because 100% we got music, we got all the good things that you need to know in terms of just looking after yourself. And remember, Relationship Tuesday is a go. So we're going to be getting through these things together, yeah? But for now, it is the top of the hour. So let's stand by with the news headlines with the beautiful Carissa.
Thank you so much, Zanele. Yes, we're approaching 7 o'clock, which means your news is incoming. Now, we start up with some national news, where Western Cape Minister of Agriculture and Economic Development, Dr. Ivan Meyer, says he has discussed improving services at the Port of Cape Town with Transnet's management. The World Bank ranked the port as the worst performing globally in 2023, calling for urgent reforms. Meyer stressed the port's critical role in the province's economic growth plans, particularly for agricultural exports. He highlighted new developments and infrastructure investments at the port and committed to partnering with the Ports Authority to boost export capacity. Basic Education Minister Siviwe Gwaruba announced a fundamental review of the school curriculum, focusing on teaching content, pedagogy, assessment and professional support. Speaking at the 40th Association for Educational Assessment in African Annual Conference, Gwaruba emphasized the need to produce digitally literate pupils who can communicate effectively. Now, the current curriculum is heavily knowledge-based, with little emphasis on skills, competencies and character development. 5 key priorities, including literacy and numeracy, have been identified, addressing the alarming 81% of grade 4 pupils who cannot read for meaning. Moving on to international news, where the U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken announced that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu accepted a U.S. bridging proposal to resolve disagreements obstructing a Gaza ceasefire. Blinken urged Hamas to agree as well. After a constructive meeting with Netanyahu, Blinken emphasized that this might be the last chance for a deal. Talks in Qatar stalled but are expected to resume. Blinken's visit coincides with rising tensions, including renowned Hamas suicide bombings and Israeli airstrikes in Gaza amid U.S. domestic pressure. Ethiopia has signed an agreement to design a new 4-runway airport near Bishoftu, 45 kilometers from Addis Ababa, set to Africa's largest upon completion in 2029. Now, the airport will handle 100 million passengers annually and provide parking for 270 aircraft. Dubai-based Sidara will design the project. While Addis Ababa International Airport, the current hub, will soon reach its 25 million passenger capacity. Ethiopian Airlines carried 17 million passengers last year and expects 20 million this year. Now, we close off your 7 o'clock news with this story out in Hong Kong, where it is a buzz with joy as Yin Yang, a beloved giant panda, gave birth to twin cubs just one day before her 19th birthday. This heartwarming event is a rare miracle, as Yin Yang is the oldest giant panda on record to become a first-time mum, equivalent to a 57-year-old human. The cubs, a male and a female, are under 24-hour intensive care as they're very fragile. Yin Yang was understandably nervous during the birth, twisting on the ground, but her resilience has touched hearts worldwide, and thousands have shared congratulatory messages online celebrating not only this new life, but also the success of China's panda conservation efforts. That's where we leave your news for this hour. Let's check in with your sports. Here's Carl with the latest.
Thanks a lot, Carissa. Let's take a look at your sporting action, and starting off with football. Thierry Henry has stepped down as coach of France's under-21 football team after leading them to a silver medal at the 2024 Paris Olympics. Henry, Arsenal's all-time top scorer, took charge last summer and was under contract until June 2025. He cited personal reasons for his decision to leave after guiding Les Bluets to their first Olympic men's final since 1984. Let's stay with footy. Ilkay Gundogan announced his retirement from international football after captaining Germany at Euro 2024. The 33-year-old Barcelona midfielder scored 19 goals in 82 appearances for his country. His decision, shared on social media, follows Thomas Muller's retirement after Germany's Euro 2024 quarter-final exit to Spain. Now, let's stay with footy once again, but the Premier League's been exciting the start weekend, and it wrapped up last night. Jamie Vardy's second-half header, I should say, earned Leicester a 1-1 draw against Tottenham. And wrapping with cricket, West Indies all-rounders Andre Russell and Jason Holder have been rested for the upcoming 3-match T20 series against the Proteas. Returning to the squad are medium pacer Matthew Ford and all-rounder Fabian Allen, who missed the T20 World Cup in June. The series will be played on the 23rd, 25th and 27th of August at the Brian Lara Stadium in Trinidad and Tobago. And that's it for your sporting action for now. Another update in 1 hour, but let's get you to work, Sunday. Let's go to traffic.
I do indeed. Let's get you to work safely and hopefully on time. Taking a look in Gauteng, there's been a multi-vehicle accident on the N1 southbound at Flying Saucer Interchange, and the centre lane is closed, resulting in minor delays. So please plan your route accordingly, family, and drive carefully, yeah? Over in Cape Town, Khayelitsha, there's been an accident on Meway ramp towards the N2 inbound, and the centre lane is closed, causing slow-moving traffic. Delays are expected, so do allow for some travel time, all right? Wherever you're heading, remember to buckle up and drive safely. We want you in one piece, and we want you right back here tomorrow morning, right? For now, though, let's take a look at what's happening with your weather. So the South African Weather Service has issued a warning for damaging winds over the southern parts of ZF Mgcawu and Pixley-Kiseme districts in the Northern Cape, the Dr. Beyers Nordia local municipality in the Eastern Cape, and Central Karoo in the Western Cape. These winds are expected to cause difficult driving conditions and rapid spreading of fault fires. Additionally, extremely high fire danger conditions are forecasted for most parts of the Northern Cape, Western Northwest, Southern Free State, as well as the Northwestern Western Cape, and most parts of the Eastern Cape. So please, residents, you are urged to exercise caution. It is always so beautiful to be able to see, though, what your side of life looks like, which is why I have to give a big shout out to Cindy from Sinkwazi Beach, who sent us her morning view, and it looks like a painting. It looks like Picasso got involved. It's absolutely stunning, and you can send us yours as well. 063-408-8863. Thank you, Cindy. Your picture has made my day because it looks absolutely gorgeous this morning where you are in Sinkwazi Beach. But where are you, family? 063-408-8863. For now, I always do say, no matter the weather, as long as we're together, that is what matters. But let's take a look at what you can expect when you step outside today.
Lovely, lovely weather. I mean, at some places 34 degrees. That's crazy. But walk with me. I got something to tell you. So, you know, you can play Powerball and Powerball Plus for 62 million rand. That's in total estimated jackpots, and that's this Tuesday, which is actually today. Lovely. And you can become Mzansi's next big winner. So what are you waiting for? You shouldn't wait for these things. You should flow with it. So you can play Powerball for an estimated 52 million rand and Powerball Plus for an estimated 10 million rand today. So buy your tickets now. And you can do it in a couple of ways. You can walk in store. Walk with me. Walk in store, lovely. Or nationallottery.co.za, the mobile app. Cell phone banking works perfectly, or you can simply dial star 120 star 7529 hash. That is for you. SSD. We posted all those details on Expresso's social media pages, so go check them out. Panda, Push Up Play, Powerball and Powerball Plus for estimated jackpots of 62 million rand, and that is today. So good luck and play now.
That's right, Carl. They got to play now, and also stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast Show because we have so much coming your way. Can you believe we're only into the second hour and I've got a jam-packed show still coming up? We are going to go into what ABSA is doing because they are rewarding South Africans with the Stokvel Rewards. Yes, you heard me right. The award system is going to be happening very soon. Carl and I are going to let you in on the details of that. And then we're back in the kitchen because Michaela's got to whip up something delicious. We're talking about those spicy Thai noodles. If that is anything that you're interested in, then you got to stick around because it's your Feel Good Breakfast Show on S3.
We connect more countries than any other airline. Turkish Airlines.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Thank you for hanging out with us. After 7 o'clock, we got to get into some really cool awards that I need to tell you about. So, you know there are some things that are just so uniquely South African, right? You could name a few of the top of your head. There's a braai, there's a potjie or pochi, if you like it, Gatsby's, and even our humor is just so uniquely South African. Well, there's just something about South African humor that you just can't find anywhere else, Carl.
No, you cannot, okay? There's so many unique things. It's very, very true. But hulle weet nie wat is weet nie. So I'm still excited because that's the saying Driekus has coined, right? So they really do not know how a small country off the tip of Africa is making such a global impact. It's happening. Something interesting that I found out recently was that stokvels are just as unique to South Africa as anything. And this is where we need to unpack. And I think this is where the award thing comes in, right?
Yes, I mean, I grew up with stokvels and now it's just become a thing that I didn't know was uniquely SA. But yes, do you know how many women have been part of stokvels that have helped take their kids to school, I mean, pay for household renovations, and even paid for university using stokvels? Well, stokvels are the heartbeat of our communities. I think that's fair to say. They're a huge financial support for so many South Africans.
And I think it's so good that you said that, because it's not only financial support, it's also individuals coming together. There's a support system. It means that you're effectively not alone. And that's what South Africans, we're all about. We love the unity and we love a good stokvel. So, all right, so we are a tenacious nation. All right, we love each other and we love the unity, we love sticking together. Absa Bank has recognized that and is rewarding stokvels with their first ever stokvel awards. That's right, I said it. To celebrate the incredible tradition of stokvels across our nation, this prestigious event will honor the remarkable achievements of South Africa's beloved money-saving circles with a grand prize pool of 1 million rand up for grabs. That is a huge stokvel of a prize.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
Absa is inviting you to enter, or you could nominate your stokvel for the Absa Stokvel Awards, with categories ranging from Best Community Impact to Most Innovative Investment. There's a place for every extraordinary story. I mean, if you could fit in there, you would.
So this is wonderful. And I know you want to enter. You're like, Carl and Carissa, why do you? It's fine. I'm glad you asked. Entries are now open until September 30th, 2024, and the winners will be celebrated at a spectacular awards ceremony in Johannesburg. That'll be on the 30th of November, 2024, and this is your chance to shine a spotlight on the true heroes of community savings and win a share of, if I didn't mention this earlier, 1 million rand.
Insane. Now, for more details and to submit your nomination, please go ahead and visit absa.co.za/stokvel awards. And let's come together to celebrate and uplift the spirit of stokvels in Saura. Don't miss out. Your story could really inspire the nation.
There are stories of strivers, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. Absa.
All right, here we go. Ready to rumble. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And naturally, I want you to think about your weeknight dinner ideas. I know some of them are a bit, let me just be honest with you, they're a bit pop. We're going to make sure that Michaela takes us through this kitchen and this morning to show us some of the more spicier ways to do that. In fact, this particular individual, when it comes to recipes, she's always willing to tie us down. It's packed with flavor, nutrition, the perfect amount of heat, sweet. This is great. It's basically like describing Michaela, but in a dish. It's got vegetables, it's amazing, it's tossed in beautiful rice. This is great. It really is. So let's make Michaela. Spicy Thai noodles. Let's go. Hi. I missed you too. I missed you too, bestie. I did. So we've got a bunch of different things. You know, Thai cuisine, what I love about it is that there's not only depth of flavor, but what I enjoy is that it's usually quick, but very colorful, nutritious. Vegetables maintain their integrity. Therefore, more nutritional value is coming into the body, as opposed to just burning it all out over like a long time. That's why this stuff thing is super hot. Are you ready to walk?
Yes, let's walk.
Let's go.
Okay.
You're right.
Okay. So,
do you want to swap? I mean, I'm here for you, eh?
No.
Like whatever you want to, I'll do that.
Okay.
It looks like some sort of a paste. I'm right here.
Red curry paste.
Red curry paste, done and dusted.
I love every kind of Thai paste.
I wonder if you can mention all the ingredients that are red. curry paste? I mean, just off the back, probably like lemongrass in there, probably a bit
Always
of ginger in there as well. What are we thinking? Do you think there's some curry leaves in there of some sort? Eh?
Yes.
Yes, okay. What
Always
else are we
curry
thinking?
leaves. No cumin, because they don't really use much cumin.
No, that's very us. Eh?
Yeah. Oh, you know what you can... Oh, I'll do this.
Are you sure?
I'll microplane my fingers.
That's it. You do
Yeah.
that. You're well-manicured vibes.
It's okay. Just don't get the nails involved.
So I'm used to working on the one that's super hot, you know, where you can just toss and finish the dish very
big
quickly.
vibes.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I just watched too much Food Channel, that's why.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Don't we all?
Yes, we do.
Okay, and once again, we start another Thai curry-based dish by frying off the spices to get it fragrant. Boom.
And this is what... So I think a lot of people, they forget, right? They forget the fact that you have to fry off these things, because what they do is... You know that powdery texture you get in some foods? It's because you have not cooked down your spices enough.
Look at this one. I don't even need to exist.
No, you have to exist. I missed you. No, please
yeah,
stay.
That's true. Okay, fine.
Already the smells. Now, what I'm smelling at the moment...
Good.
I'm smelling...
Garlic.
It's like I smell flavor. It's the ginger and the garlic. What they do together, they're like two besties in a kitchen.
About us?
Yes. You and I are ginger and garlic, and as soon as things get heated...
I want to be garlic.
It's like... Hi.
Wait, I want to be garlic.
Okay,
though.
okay, you can be garlic. I'll be
cool.
ginger.
Okay, cool.
Do I want to be... Okay, that's fine. Put those... there we go.
We have some peppers.
Peppers are great.
And you know what's the weirdest thing about peppers?
What's the weirdest thing?
They're all the same thing, just as different levels of ripeness. Did you know that?
I may have heard it on a Food Channel one day, but no, you please tell me more. Tell me more.
Wait, how does it start again? It starts green.
Yes.
Then it ripens to yellow.
Yeah.
And then it ripens to red. So it's all the same thing, it's just different stages of ripeness.
Okay.
You learn something new every day.
I do. I feel like this is not hot enough. I want to turn up the volume here. Can we start
earlier
cooking?
on it was a little warm, so I turned it down.
No, let's start cooking.
Okay.
Man. I feel like we're going too slow here.
Big
all right?
vibes.
Thank you.
Julienne.
That's it. And it's got to be Julienne.
Yes.
All of us had a friend named Julienne.
We actually did.
Yes, right?
Salt.
What is that? Salt going in there? Perfect. Okay.
Tiny bit of pepper.
Thank you.
Okay, and you're going to gooi. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gooing.
I thought you were going to do like a proper toss though.
I was thinking about doing the toss, but then I realized that I need heat for the toss, but it's okay. Continue.
Okay.
What are we doing
So now
next?
So now we're just letting that cook a little bit because you don't want them to be too firm.
Oh, yes. This is so good. This is so good. Sorry.
Okay, but higher toss. A higher one.
I'm being...
Higher.
You know what? So that you know, okay?
No, but higher.
If I do it higher, do you know that this stuff stains? Okay, by the way, pro tip. All of those, that red curry paste, it will be in your clothes for like 15 years.
Okay,
no, don't do it. Don't do it.
Higher.
Okay, go for it. Noodles.
Okay, and then we have some rice
I'm going to let
noodles.
you toss the noodles in.
No,
Show me a toss then.
No.
That's it. Oh, there we go.
And also with these noodles, because they clump together, it's generally, so you'll cook them in boiling water.
Yeah.
You really don't need to actually, you just put boiling water over them and then put a plate over it and let them sit for a while.
Pro tips.
Yeah. And then when it's done, drain the water out
Yes.
and then put a tiny bit of oil on it because otherwise it becomes one solid clump, and I've learned that too many times in my life.
Exactly. Okay, it's ready for your tossing moment?
No.
Let's have your moment. I want you to have your moment.
Oh,
go
fine.
for it. Show me.
Okay. Wait, but why is it so heavy?
No,
and it's oily.
It's fine. It's heavy, it's oily. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why I did not try the
second
toss.
time was better.
That's it. That was very good. Wow. Can I tell you? You know what? One thing I want to tell you about all the ingredients is that they are so fresh. They even look very good on a floor.
They do.
It shows you the true test of a good chef. Michaela will show you. Is that when you can make food look so good that it looks better on the floor, you know you've got a perfect chef, which is great. This is lovely.
And then when
Well
this
done.
is done,
Yes.
we just throw a bit of coriander on there because coriander makes everything
Do you
better.
do coriander on the dish there as well as on the floor?
Yes.
Okay.
And some toasted nuts.
Yes. Great stuff. Lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? That's such an important crunch as well.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of cashews.
Yes.
In dishes like these, because I don't know why. The cashew is flavorful as well. There's something that it adds
And
to.
they're a bit fatty.
I think that's probably why I like it, though.
Yeah.
That's not going to lie. Bit of It's
And
kind of like,
squeeze a lime juice.
yes, please.
Okay.
Oh, this is great.
Okay, wait, but you have to do your toss now.
Okay.
I have it on my shoe.
Just give me just a second. Just a second. Okay, this is wonderful. Look at you go. I'm so proud of you.
That handle is so greasy now. You're doing this on purpose now. No,
I'm just doing a proper toss. There we go.
no, that wasn't it.
So you see, the thing is, right, you have two choices with your toss. You either have a toss that looks good like that, as I did it there, or you have a toss that goes to the floor. So you have to choose. Do you want to break it down to the floor, or do you want to keep it into the wok? It's entirely up to you, right? You can either have wok, or you can have wok bottom. You must choose. Michaela chose. I'm still here. Great. So, sorry, man, I'm just walking over the Michaela's dish. It's prepared. This is wonderful. Okay, so if you want to get the... there's food on my feet here. Excuse me. If you want to get all of the recipes and, of course, the ingredients, expressoshow.com. But this, how easy has Michaela made it sound?
Smells really
it's
good,
so
though.
easy, you can even see it on a floor. It's yours on expressoshow.com. Please try that today in a wok and not wok bottom.
Or pan.
Lovely. A pan works nicely as well. This is great. It's flavorful here. Zanele, can you smell this from Joburg?
I can, and I'm so hungry. It absolutely looks amazing, okay? And I love how you guys are taking noodles to new heights. It's all right. It's actually perfect, okay? I feel like it is absolutely incredible when we get to have these lovely recipes, everybody. And for me, it's easy. It looks flavorful. It looks like you can absolutely serve it to a whole lot of people, no matter how much you make. And I think that is my selling point for the spicy Thai noodles. So expressoshow.com is going to be my friend as well. Thank you very much. You got to make sure, though, that you don't go anywhere right about now, because still coming up right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we're going to be doing a whole lot to make sure that your morning is feel good indeed. Stick around.
Win with the Tastemaster Junior and Clover. Watch this week's show and bake your family's best love pudding recipe using your favorite Clover products. Upload it to socials by replying to the competition post using hashtag the Tastemaster Junior and hashtag Clover Made with Love. You could win a KitchenAid Classic Stand Mixer plus a Clover hamper. Don't miss the Tastemaster Junior Made with Love by Clover. Tuesday evenings at 7, repeat Wednesdays at 1 and Sundays at 4 p.m. Only on SABC2.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso here on S3, and I just need to touch on this. You know, September, just around the corner, the year's going fast. I know everybody around you is saying, it's almost Christmas. I get you, but we've got to slow it down a little bit, and we need to make sure we focus on September because it marks the start of Pharmacy Month in South Africa. Now get ready for a month dedicated to the unsung heroes of healthcare and join us for insightful discussions, exciting competitions, and a celebration of the pharmacists at the forefront of the vaccine catch-up campaign in proud partnership with Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave. Let's honor those who keep our communities healthy and strong. Pharmacist and CEO of Independent Community Pharmacy Association, we have Jackie Mayman here to make sure that we are unpacking this properly. We got the best in. We called Jackie from a long journey, and now Jackie has just landed on our couch for this. I'm excited. Hi, Jackie.
Good morning, Carl. How are you?
I am extraordinarily lovely, thank you. I'm ready. I've had a great meal of noodle. I know you did. This is why it's awkward almost. But I think let's just remind every single individual who has a vested interest in these community leaders, our pharmacists, of what Pharmacy Month is actually about.
Absolutely. So Pharmacy Month is September.
Yep.
And it's a month where we really recognise the work and the dedication of our pharmacists out there. So you'll know following the pandemic, pharmacists were the ones that kept their doors open, looked after everybody. And I think it really is just a month to remind the population that the pharmacist is one of the most accessible healthcare professionals out there. Pop in, chat to them. They can give you the correct information, advice, and that's what the month is about.
I think we need to also really focus in on the fact that pharmacists, they can read any type of writing.
Exactly.
Like, I feel like we don't give them enough hype for that. I mean, you know... You know that the hieroglyph easy for them. There could be a squiggle on the page and they're like amoxicillin, 500 milligrams, done.
You should have been a pharmacist.
I should have been a pharmacist, I know. But, you know, every year, Pharmacy of the Month, it's very important. And as you said, these are community leaders. We want to celebrate. But, of course, every celebration requires a theme. So what is our theme this year?
So our theme this year is Let's Talk About Vaccines.
Okay.
So you'll know we've just been through the pandemic.
Yes.
And there was so much misinformation, so much fear. Vaccines were rushed through, and it's caused a lot of vaccine hesitancy. Now, we are very concerned because a lot of people missed out on their routine immunizations. Yeah. And so we decided to bring up the topic. Let's talk about vaccines. And that's the theme this month.
Lovely. So now we are in this month, or September's coming up as well. The theme is done and dusted, vaccine catch-up, but let's look at the necessity behind it. I mean, why is it important for vaccine catch-up? Besides the fact that there's been a lot of misinformation, a lot of public hysteria in certain parts, though, a lot of fake news being spread around. I mean, we were so used to that during the pandemic. So let's look at that premise, you know, in its more serious backing. Why vaccine catch-ups? Why they're so important, especially in 2024?
Absolutely. So as I mentioned, following the pandemic, the WHO has said that there are 25 million children that have missed their vaccines, their immunization against diseases such as diphtheria, tetanus, whooping cough. This is very serious because the more that miss it, we start losing that herd immunity, and these vaccine-preventable deaths start rearing their heads again. You'll know we've had measles, we've had whooping cough this winter. UNICEF stated that here in South Africa, there are 200,000 children that are what we call zero dose. They have not had a single vaccine against DTP, the three that I've just mentioned. And so what we plan to do now is to work together to try and re-educate, get people to realize that even if they've missed their vaccines, they can come in, chat to the pharmacist, we can give them recommendations on how to catch up. Let's get those children immunized, let's get the vulnerable adults immunized, and protect people against vaccine-preventable deaths.
Now, this speaks to the fact that a pharmacist now becomes so much more than a dispensary type of person. It becomes an educational conversation. It becomes the fact that maybe these pharmacists are the best key in the healthcare chain in order for our communities to be better educated, one household at a time. Is this the type of emphasis you want pharmacists to have, especially in September?
Absolutely, Carl. You've hit the nail on the head. You know, so many people think that we just sit there and count. And we can count in 5s, we can count in 3s, but there's a lot more to being a pharmacist.
Yes.
You know, we don't just count.
Yes.
The most valuable thing we can do is to impart the correct information. So as I mentioned earlier, and you've said it as well,
yes,
there was so many myths. I mean, I heard about people saying that the COVID vaccines had spikes in them. The spikes were on the coronavirus and that it would go into your heart and everybody was going to die 2 years after they were vaccinated.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying to the public, come in, chat to your pharmacist, find out if you need to be vaccinated. And it's not just babies and children. You know, there's the HPV to prevent cervical cancer for our teenagers. Yes. Our adults need pneumonia. Pregnant women should be having the DTaP, which is the diphtheria, tetanus and pertussis, to protect their newborn babies. All of this information is there waiting for you when you walk into your pharmacy.
And that's why it's important, I think, for the pharmacist to also be empowered. Because I know there's going to be a lot of people saying, look, nothing's happened to me yet. I'm an old person, you know, I'm an adult, so why now? And I think maybe those are the challenges of a pharmacist that we don't see. Those tiny conversations that make huge differences, which is why a pharmacist becomes one of the most important people in a healthcare chain. So this is an exciting month. I'm looking forward to it for you as well. Just as a last note in terms of, you know, vaccinations coming up as well, pharmacists as well. I think maybe let's just talk a little bit about vaccinations again, just to strengthen this narrative, just a touch, for anybody who feels that they perhaps are a bit apprehensive. Would you say that the pharmacist is a good person to have a discreet conversation with if you are apprehensive to get information?
Absolutely. So as pharmacists, all of us have got the knowledge to be able to give you advice on which ones you need, what are the side effects going to be, how safe are they, is it efficacious? Many of us as well have got specialized training and can actually give the vaccinations. So yes, if you're apprehensive, come in and chat to us.
Yeah.
Let us allay those fears. You may need a vaccination, you may not, you know. There are a lot of healthy people and they go like, why must I have the flu shot every year? But you might have vulnerable parents or grandparents at home or a newborn baby. And this is the kind of advice that we can give.
Great.
So please, I say to everybody out there, pop into your pharmacy. Let's talk about vaccines.
That's fantastic. It really is. And a pharmacy is actually a good place. You know, a lot of them do have a little specialized room for that type of vaccination. So in terms of where to get vaccinated, pharmacies, clinics?
Absolutely, yes. Government clinics, obviously your GP.
Yes.
Or pop into your pharmacy and find out from them. If they don't do it themselves, they'll be able to show you where to go.
Lovely.
Please, this is our opportunity to catch up.
All right, well, let's catch up together. Thank you so much, Jackie. All the best for September. What a month it's going to be. As Pharmacy Month approaches, let's look forward to celebrating the crucial contributions of our pharmacists. Stay tuned for insightful conversations and deeper appreciation of the heroes who keep our communities healthy. Plus, here's something exciting. Adcock Ingram, OTC, proud sponsors of Brave, are brightening up September by giving one lucky viewer the chance to win 1,000 Rand cash daily. So be sure to tune in to Expresso, your feel-good breakfast show, every day throughout September to find out how to enter. Thank you so much, Jackie. A fantastic conversation around Pharmacy Month, September. Enjoy the celebrations as well. And let's all make sure that we catch up when it comes to vaccines. And we can do that at our nearest pharmacy. And let's look after our pharmacists and, you know, give them a good smile and make sure they know they're appreciated, as we will in September.
Thank you, Carl.
Yes, and we do appreciate you. Thank you, Jackie, and thank you, Carl, so much. Let's get into this question because it's a very important one, all right? Are you ready, rather, to kickstart your day with a clear throat and 4,000 Rand? I hear you vigorously nodding yes. Okay, well, thanks to Epigen Cough Syrup, we gave you the chance to win big and conquer cold and flu season. All you had to do was share your moment of an unforgettable cough moment, whether it stopped you in your tracks or led to an epic embarrassment. We want to know. It's a safe space. So I'm so glad that you got in touch because today we're announcing our first lucky winner. A huge congratulations to Claudette Isaacs. Woo! The crowd goes wild. Our weekly winner of 4,000 Rand. Now, this is what Claudette commented. I'm going to relay it to you because I don't want her to relive the trauma, okay? So she said, when I attended a family wedding and I coughed so hard that everyone turned to look. I ran out coughing, kind of like a choke, and nearly wet myself. And that was so embarrassing for me. Hashtag Adcock OTC winter. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that, but we've got her on the line. Can you imagine? We're going to hear first time from Claudette. That was an experience, Claudette. I have one question for you. Did you absolutely steal the show?
Oh, yes, I did. I did. Everybody just turned around, looked at me, and after the wedding, everybody questioned me, are you okay, and stuff like that. It was really, really embarrassing, though.
Oh, no, but I'm glad that we can laugh about it together. That means that healing has taken place and the bride has forgiven you for sharing the stage with her for the day. And also, you walk away a winner. How does it feel to be a winner with Epigen cough syrup?
Oh, I'm so, so grateful. I'm so thankful to the Expresso show and Expresso cough syrup. Thank you so much.
Oh, congratulations. How will you be using this 4,000 Rand? I mean, it's quite a bit to put in your pocket, and we want you to beat congestion this winter, Claudette.
Thank you so much. Actually, we are going to Cape Town in September. One of my sons joined the Defence Force and is actually passing out parade in September. So this is going to come in handy.
Oh, of course, and we can't wait to welcome you and say a big hello out here in the Mother City. That is so exciting, and I'm so glad with Epigen, you guys get to do this beautiful thing and create these wonderful memories. Congratulations again, Claudette.
Thank you so much, Breakfast team. I really, really appreciate this.
Oh, of course. Well, keep those coughs under control with Epigen, and who knows, your next win could just be around the corner like our winner today. Until then, stay healthy, stay happy, and keep the laughs coming.
I almost coughed now because, who's here. It's just this guy over here. I'm sorry, I'm not going to make it awkward. I won't make it awkward. I have to a little bit. We have a West Indies versus South Africa T20 coming up, but then, of course, the JP21 Foundation, 10 years it's celebrating, and we are going to celebrate with this man over here. JP Dumini is here. He's not speaking now. We told him not to speak, but he's going to just use his facial expressions to tell you how...
I need Epigen.
It's just a little Epigen and it's fine. No, but it's going to be fantastic. Just unpacking the T20 coming up as well as celebrating what has been a foundation that has changed so many lives, the JP21 Foundation. So stay there as your feel-good breakfast show. We'll be right back.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. We missed you so much. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, and we need to celebrate a very special anniversary, 10 years of the JP21 Foundation, and we reflect on a decade of inspiring minds, creating opportunities, and changing lives. This remarkable organization has made a lasting impact on youth development and cricket in vulnerable communities, reaching thousands and transforming lives through its dedicated efforts. And we have the individual himself, JP Duminy, is here. A Proteas legend, I will say that, and I can say that, I don't care. And founder of JP21, joining us just to talk about this magnificent milestone. And I think, you know what the great reminiscing thing for me is that when the JP21 Foundation started, I remember getting an email saying, please come and support. It started off with a cricket match with a bunch of different people in the industry. And, and look how far you've come. It's been 10 years, my friend.
It's been an unbelievable journey, and so grateful for the things we have achieved and continue to achieve. We're celebrating 10 years, as you said, and we're celebrating it in a big way. On the 2nd of November, we've got our 10-year gala dinner where we're setting this goal, this ambitious goal of wanting to raise 10 million rand in the 10th year. And we're starting with a gala dinner on the 2nd of November. So those that want to get in contact with us, you know, go to our web pages and Instagram handles and get in touch, buy a table. We want to celebrate with you because we've done some amazing things and very, very grateful for all the support that we've had.
We want to celebrate you, in fact, right now, because the JP21 Foundation is celebrating 10 years, as you know. So talking about those festivities, I would like to check this particular thing out just for you.
It is with great pride and an absolute privilege that we at the JP21 Foundation set to celebrate 10 years of inspiring minds, creating opportunities and changing lives. Where friendships are formed, dreams are made, laughter and fun is had. A commitment, a purpose and an offering of love. Join us on the 2nd of November 2024 as we celebrate 10 years of the Foundation at our gala dinner at the Century City Conference Center. Your seat awaits for a night that promises to be as spectacular as our 10-year journey. Let's celebrate together. See you there.
By the way, that voiceover artist is a paid professional. Now,
and singer.
Remember? Of course I remember. That's going to be good. So, you should sing at the gala dinner. Right, so JP21, as I said, reminiscing about it, it was so great to see it start. And then, you know, it wasn't a flash-in-the-pan type of foundation. It was a foundation that literally sunk its roots in and said, you want to make a significant, long-lasting change. So let's reflect on the past decade of the JP21 Foundation. What are some of the most significant milestones during that time that you want to point out, the changes that you've made?
I mean, going back to 2015, and you think about how many schools were playing cricket in Mitchell's Plain, you've got 54 primary schools, only 4 were actually playing. And to date now, we've got 32 primary schools.
Oh, man.
So we're operating over 1,500 kids a week. We know we've got bursary programs, after-school programs. And I think one of the most exciting parts of this journey has actually been seeing someone coming out of our foundation to actually become a professional cricketer. Mikael Prince is now a professional cricketer playing for Northwest Dragons.
Oh, man.
2 seasons back, he got a contract. And he started with us at inception, 2015, and walked the journey with us through our bursary program. And I'm pretty sure he's going to speak, hopefully, at the gala dinner, just talking about his journey and how he's come through the foundation and the support that he's had. And hopefully, over years to come, we'll see more of those stories.
That is the greatest thing. I mean, the numbers don't lie. You went from 4 to like 30 odd. That's the most amazing thing to hear, that people are leaning into. Because, I mean, sport is a language, and it's a language, I feel, of hope and freedom. That's why it's so great to have people like you who have been through the journey. Now you're taking people with you. You know, I love that about the JP21 Foundation, but it doesn't come without challenge. And I think I want to talk about that for a second, because the thing about communities is that you can't, as a JP21 Foundation, go into a community, set up all the infrastructure and expect it to stay. You need buy-in from the community, and you need resources. So what have been some of the toughest challenges in making a lasting difference in those communities?
Well, you mentioned it. Resources, obviously, and manpower. So I think the biggest win for us is getting the buy-in from the schools. Because, yes, we can set up everything. We have the infrastructure. we have coordinators.
Yes.
But unfortunately, we don't have the manpower to facilitate everything. So to have the buy-in of the stakeholders, which are the schools, the principals, the sports coordinators, the teachers, and the actual students, to really buy into the idea and vision of what we endeavor. And for them to come out and make the sacrifices that they do. They've gone through scorekeeping courses, they've gone through coaching courses, they've gone through umpiring courses, because they see the impact. It's not only about the sporting elements. Kids are coming to school with the ambition, excited to go through school, but also for the after activity. And that's the beauty of it,
And that's the great thing about those programs as well. Those after-school programs are so significant in communities.
100%.
Especially on the Cape Flats, where you know for a fact that idle hands, my friend, it'll take kids to places that they, we don't want to see them in. And this is why, if you have a club, if you have membership, if you feel like you're part of something, you have direction. You have purpose, and that's what the JP21 Foundation has been. You've been a beacon of purpose.
Thank you.
So now let's move forward. Let's keep this going. There's a gala dinner. I'm not invited yet, but I'll wait for my invite. But there is also
2,000 Rand a ticket, by the way.
Yes, sorry, wait, hold on. I can get invited with 2,000 Rand. Okay, I'm ready for it. But it's because I believe that you're worth every penny. In fact, you're worth way more than that.
Thank you.
And that's what I love about what you do. So let's look forward.
Yep.
The future of the JP21 Foundation, shaping things, going with the times, changing things. I mean, are you planning to move a bit bigger? Are we going bigger? Are we spanning the web a bit wider?
Yeah. So if you just take context quickly, we operated in Mitchells Plain in Strandfontein.
Yes.
Right? That's where I was born.
Yes.
And, my dad sort of had this vision when I was growing up already that it was not just about me, paying it forward, as you said.
Yes.
And, I mean, the dream would be to expand it all through the Western Cape and South Africa, yes. But it does not come without resource and backing and so forth. So, this gala dinner is something that we're really excited about, and it's a series of events that we're going to be planning over a span of a year. We're hoping to go overseas with it as well, get some of that foreign currency in, hopefully.
Let's go to the Middle East, my brother. All the footballers are going there. Let's get some of that money to
Why
it.
not?
Right?
The sky's the limit in terms of what we're thinking. But you think about vision, it's really about unearthing some of the talent that we have in the Western Cape. And there's lots, man.
Oh, yes.
We've seen it already. And Mikael Prince is just one small example of that. And we want to see more of that. Not only about that, but getting them away from the negative influences of the communities. We know about alcohol abuse, drug abuse, the gangsterism. I have the great privilege of being seen as a role model. So how do I use that to pass that forward and create, as we said, inspiring minds and changing lives?
That's great. Congratulations again, JP.
Thank you.
Honestly, JP21 Foundation. Make sure you get tickets to the gala dinner. It is only at 2,000 Rand. I'm telling you now. Maybe you should add another 2,000 Rand to make sure that this lasts a bit longer.
Thank you, partner.
No, I got you back. I got you back. While I have you here, since, I mean, you're a cricket person, can we talk about T20s very quickly? I'm not going to take too much of your time.
Okay.
Do you mind? Because as you know, that we have a T20 series coming up against the West Indies, and Rob Walter actually has announced a dynamic 15-player squad. A lot of fresh faces here. Talents, Jason Smith's coming in, Kwena Mapaka's in there as well, getting their first call-ups, in fact, and the series promises to be an exciting one. So let's unpack with somebody who knows all about this particular field. Okay, so from JP21 to T20. A lot of 20s going on. Let's talk about those two very quickly. Jason Smith, Kwena Mapaka. Just in terms of what you've seen from them making their debuts, earning this call-up, I mean, up against West Indies, so no easy task for them to start off. How are we feeling?
Extremely positive.
Yeah.
And I think why I say that, it's not about necessarily what this result is going to be. The journey, I mean, and I've walked this journey with Rob Walter, obviously being the batting coach, and I'm going to show my age now a little bit.
Just do it.
I played with Jason Smith in his debut for Western Province. And then already you could see the talent that he had. And it's no surprise that he's gotten the call-up. Kwena Mapaka is dynamic in what he brings to the party. He was sensational in the Under-19 World Cup, which even got him a call-up into the IPL at such a young age for the Mumbai Indians. So I'm excited by those two prospects, but it's not only about that. It's actually about that entire squad.
Yes.
Right? Yes, there's some experience there, but it's a lot of new faces. So if you think about the vision of where we're going 2026, there's another T20 World Cup, 2027, 50 over World Cup in South Africa. All right. So we need to understand what talent we have. We need to expose them to the highest level so that we make sure the pool that we get to choose from is ready and willing to go. And for us to go one step further. I know you're going to bring this up.
I'm not going to. No, don't
You're going to
tempt
bring
me.
it up.
I'm not bringing it up. No.
We did go one
I
step
refuse.
further.
I'm not going to go there.
We did go one step further.
No,
we didn't get over the line. But I'm confident. 2026, 2027, bang.
You almost tempted me to go there. I'm not going to go there. I'm a positive person. I refuse.
How is
to
that
go
not positive, though?
I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm in terms of, I don't want to mention that tag. I hate that word. I'm not going to use the word. But I do want us to get there.
Okay.
And I want us to get there, and there needs to be building blocks. And
Correct.
part of that, I mean, let's look at those strategies that are being employed across the board. If you bring in new talent and you've got some of the stalwarts that's in the squad, there's a lot of learning that happens. But that needs to be incubated enough so that we can have that type of BMT by the time you play a team like the West Indies. So this is the perfect test for these younger players. The Windies are explosive at T20s. We know that. I mean, it's scary to think. So having these young players up against the Windies, is this a proper baptism of fire type of thing? Or is it just saying, we trust these players, these are the future, I'm going to say diamonds that we're going to try and nurture toward the future? Is that what the plan is against the Windies?
100%. So if you think about, we played a series against West Indies before the World Cup. We lost 3-0. And most of the players that was in the World Cup squad was there.
Yes.
And we saw the success of it, right? For me, it's either a case of you're going to sink or swim. When you come to international cricket, there's no hiding. You know, I've been exposed to it myself. I've found myself in moments where I've sunk. I've found myself in moments where I've managed to swim.
Yeah.
And this is just another opportunity for us to be exposed to that.
Yes.
Right? No matter what the result, we take the positives out of it. And how do we talk about building blocks? How do we use that in terms of the vision we have going forward? And I think if we don't have a vision, we're going nowhere. If it's only about now and only about today, I think we're aiming too short. Right?
Yeah.
So as much as we don't play not to win the game, we're always going to give our best. But we have to think bigger than that. We have to think ICC events.
Yes.
And how do we prepare ourselves for that?
Yeah. And that's very true. And that's the only way we can become successful as a nation as well. And
there we go.
I really want us to see a world title. I do. I still have nightmares from that 1-2 moments that happened. And I don't want that to happen to every South African. I think we've seen such joy in a bunch of other codes.
Sure.
That cricket needs its time. And I feel like if you listen to the fact that we've got something here in South Africa coming up, 2026, I feel like we need to look at that and say, that's going to be our time.
100%. So this is the building blocks for it, and the process that we need to go through. And my urge to us as a nation is always to believe in us, to trust us, to give us the opportunity to build towards something that we can all be proud of.
And we are proud of people like you, JP, on so many levels. You've served us so well. You continue serving us with the JP21 Foundation. Please get your tickets to the gala dinner.
We'll see you
all
there.
right? Yes, indeed. Thank you so much. And I'm, well, $2,000. I got your back, brother. But that's how it goes. And also all the best to our Proteas up against the Windies in the T20s. It's going to be a fantastic one. And building towards that type of future where we get some world titles. On that note, let's go to somebody who'd win a world title at presenting. Here's Zanele.
Stop it, Carl. I'd be winning with you, joint winners. Me, you, Carissa, together as a family. I like it, okay? Expresso family, we do it all for the love of you, and this is why we wake up in the morning. Thank you for being here. Otherwise, we wouldn't honestly have a reason to wake up in the morning, because we love getting to come and just have your energy with us. So thank you for that from the bottom of our hearts. And this is why we always make sure that we have a delicious menu set just for you. So coming on up, we're going to be getting into knowing a little bit more about the incredible Vusi Nova, the talent that is celebrating 40 years and more than anything else, celebrating yet again, just doing absolutely the most in the music industry. Do not go anywhere, because I'm going to tell you more about it and Snowball that's going to be happening. And then we are also going to be hearing about the dance travel log, which is called Breaking Down Borders, something so beautiful that has launched on SABC1. It is all happening right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Do not go anywhere.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
You're still on your Feel Good Breakfast show right here on S3, and it is always so good to be with you, Expresso family. And this morning, I did tell you we got delicious things lined up, or rather a delicious human. I'm talking about one of Mzansi's finest, someone who continues to do the absolute most when it comes to music. But now he is stepping into yet another milestone because he is having his one-man show called the Snowville Concert. It's going to be happening on the 14th of September at Carnival City, and we cannot wait for it because not only is he celebrating this milestone of doing this one-man show, but he's also turning 40 years old. Everybody, please, can we celebrate Vusi Nova? Hello.
Hey, man, how are you?
I'm amazing. How are you?
I'm good, thank
That's
you.
good. Thank you for waking up for us.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Oh, a superstar, Betuna. Vusi, you were born a superstar. And this is the thing. One then stays thinking to themselves, how does Vusi continue going? Continue just being this grounded, amazing artist? How do you do it?
I don't know, man. I'm just passionate about music, you know. I just love storytelling. And also, I just love helping people.
Yes.
You know? And I feel through music, we heal people, we help people. So,
yes. And I feel like your music heals people for real, honey.
Also, not just myself included.
Yes.
You know, so
oh, I love that. And I always say for me, because you guys pour so much of your music into, or rather so much of yourselves into your music,
right.
I always hope it does the same thing for you as well.
No, of course,
because you
definitely.
deserve that.
I think for me, that's where it starts. I write because in a way it makes me feel better.
Yes.
You know? But then this is why people love my music, because they relate to the music.
Come on.
Beautiful.
And this is why you're not only an award-winning artist, you're a record-breaking artist. You are somebody who has worked with some of the biggest names alongside your big name. And this is why I have to ask you, Vusi, as someone who has such vast experience in the music scene, what has been your biggest highlight?
My biggest highlight? Yo, there's so many.
Come through with them. Tell us. Stand on us.
One of my biggest highlights, geesh, I mean, I've performed in the biggest stages ever.
You have.
With people that, you know, inspire me so much, from your Brandy to... yeah, you know, oh, there's so many.
Yes.
There's so many, you know? So I'm blessed, I feel blessed.
But it's been a fulfilling experience?
Definitely, you know, I wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah, and
this is exactly why I've decided now to just do my own thing.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Snowville.
Speak to us about it. Yeah.
It's my very first one-man show. And also, I'm celebrating 40 years. Oh my goodness, I'm turning 40. I'm turning 40. It's my very first one. So on the lineup, it's myself, 047, Kwanda, Stu, Somizi is the MC, Busi Khatebe, Kelly Kumalo. Dando. It's crazy. It's crazy. Zuko.
Yeah.
So people should just come out 14th September, Carnival City, and let's have fun.
That time you look 30 years, Kanwazam.
You think?
Was this smart? Like, look But Vusi, why did it take so long for you to do your own one-man show?
I think you need to.
Okay, fair.
You know, so I think this is the right time now. You know, so once again, it's the very first one. People should come out and let's celebrate.
I love it.
You know, tickets range from 300 Rand to 600 Rand to 800 Rand. Affordable.
And where can we get those tickets?
CompuTicket, ShopRite.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Lovely. And I have to ask you because, of course, the artist that Vusi is here today was inspired by the likes of the Brandies and all of the people you even named on the lineup. So can you talk to me about the genre that you've gone into, being the king of Afro-pop? Who inspired you to go in that direction?
I think it's a bunch of artists. It's a number of artists ranging from Ndando, Ringo, Brenda Fassie.
Ooh, Ringo.
There's so many from the States as well. You know? So it's just everyone different, you know, that have sort of put this together.
Yes.
Vusi
Nova, Snova, so many.
The another one coming as well.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Maybe.
Oh, this is the thing about Vusi. He keeps us guessing. We never know.
Surprises now and again.
They mustn't confirm. I love it. I love it. But speak to me about this. People always say that life begins at 40. Do you feel like that right now?
You know, I don't feel 40. Yeah, but it is what it is. I am 40. And
Yes.
scary. I'm just like, what's going to happen next? Like, am I going to start getting sick? Like, like, I don't know.
You are so young for such things, Vusi. Get it together.
I'm like, what's going to happen? Like,
Vusi?
It's scary, guys, yo. 40.
Not it's scary, guys.
40 years.
What makes it so scary?
It's 40. But it's 40. But also, I think, so my mom passed away at 40.
Oh,
so I think,
Vusi, I'm so sorry.
thank you. So I think for me, because of that, you know,
yeah.
I'm just like, am I dying?
You are not dying, Vusi. Thank you very much.
No,
you cannot die because King of Afropop, you will live on, and more than anything else, I feel like you still have so much more to achieve, even with you saying that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. There's still a lot of music that I still want to put out there.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
Tell us about it, Kaloku. This is Expresso, the place of exclusives.
Guys, I'm always doing music all the time.
Yeah.
You know, I've got a studio at home. So even later on today, I'm back in the studio,
I like
cooking something.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll see. The nice thing is that you're not going anywhere yet. Home can wait. The studio can wait.
Yes.
Because for now, we need to celebrate you and your one-man show. And this is why you're not going anywhere. Ne?
And you better come.
I'm going to be there. 14th September.
All of you guys, you better come.
Carnival City. Everyone, we are there. Thank you. Yeah. Danko. Everybody, do not go anywhere. Like I said, we are continuing to celebrate the King, Vusi Nova. 14th September is where you need to find yourself at Carnival City, and you need to make sure that you are part of the Snowville concert. You heard the lineup, and more than anything else, what more reason do you need than Vusi Nova himself? And this is why he's going to be giving you a taste of what you can expect when that does happen right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, because he's going to be performing for us.
Yep.
For now, though, you need to stick around. You're on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
You're on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and we love Vusi Nova over here, and we love you, Zanele, too. And we also love for you to win. So play Powerball and Powerball Plus for 62 million rand in total estimated jackpots this Tuesday, and you could just become Zanzi's next big winner.
All right, so I don't think you should wait any longer. Please don't wait. All right? I want you to play Powerball for an estimated 52 million rand and Powerball Plus for an estimated 10 million rand today. But there's got to be a way that we can actually get the tickets.
I think so.
Please,
well, you can go ahead in person and buy your tickets in store on the nationallottery.co.za website. Also is available to you. The mobile app is there. Cell phone banking is there. Or you could simply dial *120 *7529# for USSD.
Don't worry, all of those details have been posted by our Expresso social media team. They're amazing. They posted all the details up there for you. So Panda, Pusha, Play, Powerball and Powerball Plus for 62 million rand. Total estimated jackpots. That's the day, and you could win millions. And play now.
Please do. So much is coming your way on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. I can't wait to get into it. A travelogue series when it comes to dancing. We're going to get into the details of all of that. I know Vusi Nova's going to be back for a performance too.
And then we got a winner as well of 10,000 rand. I mean, that's great. That's enough to stay, right? Because it could be you.
Maybe.
There are stories of believers, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
The lovely thing is that you're exactly where you need to be to get your day started off perfectly, my lovely, and that is Expresso. This morning, we got incredible guests from the likes of Vusinova to now someone who's not just a producer, he's an executive producer. Thank you very much. Wandile Molebadzi is the executive producer of the new Travelogue dance series, which has just launched on SABC One Wednesdays at 6 p.m. It is called Breaking Down Borders, and that is where we get to see some of the most beautiful parts of Africa. And of course, we break down those borders in showing the landmarks and getting to know the people, and more than anything else, getting to know that dance. It is one thing that brings us together as a continent and has even showcased us to the rest of the world. And my friend, I tell you this, when you know you will be entertained, it is when Paul Mujaji is in the mix. Two-time dance champion and someone who genuinely is just a lover of the African continent. But for now, we are chatting to the not producer, executive producer. Wandile Molebadzi, everybody.
Thank you, Ngabong.
Hi, executive producer.
Oh, wow. Now I'm
About that journey.
Well, actually, you know, it was a brainchild of Paul Mujaji. So Nali and Mujaji have known each other for the longest time.
Yes.
And we did a film together called Hear Me Move, which was Africa's first theatrically released dance film, you know?
Yeah.
And Paul's got this incredible love for movement and dance and music. And so he literally took the film and just started showing it around the continent. And so I was just like, Mujaji, there's something here, man. It's just, there's too much content that we can't make a show out of, you know? And he was just traveling into incredible places, meeting incredible people.
Sure.
And just, I was like, there's a TV show here. And he loved it. He actually came up with the idea and we did it.
Incredible. Yeah. And I love that. I love when a vision comes to life.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, speak to me about how you guys decided to actually, you know, go in that direction of talking about dance particularly, because you could have focused on anything, because Africa's so multifaceted. Why dance?
I think it's because there's something quite universal about movement and dance. You know, there's a language that comes through with music. And as Vusi just said, there's something that's healing as well about music, you know, and it's been incredible for us to see how young people across the continent deal with the same kind of things that we do. And I think that's what I love about what this series does, that it shows that these borders that we think exist are actually just in our heads, that actually we are one people.
Yeah.
We're Africans first and foremost. And it's just the idea of music translating and movement translating, that's what I really love about the show.
And that's why you guys are breaking down those borders.
We're breaking down those borders.
And you know, South Africans, they like to think that South makes them different. The Africa is there.
Yes.
Eh?
And then we are here.
Exactly.
And I think that's what's great about the show is that, especially with this whole drama that's happening now with Miss South Africa, it's like that the concept of us, that's a Nigerian, that's a Ghanaian, that's a Ugandan, that's not real, guys. We're all Africans and we're proud of it. And what happens in Breaking Down Borders is that Paul, Ginger, and Spoo and Tabby meet other young people that are very similar to Batoko Kasi, people that are in Fostoras. We're all one people, and that's what the show's really promoting.
I love that. And you guys went to so many different countries, 10 to be exact. And of course, you were in different situations in different places. Which country was the most challenging to shoot in?
I think definitely, we don't agree with Paul, but I think the one tonight, Uganda, was definitely the hardest. You know, like they got left by the coordinator, they were issued with passports. And this is one of the things that I think is going to be exciting about watching the show, is that we've got to make travel in the continent easier. You know, we need to be able to travel to Cairo, travel to our neighboring countries a lot easier. I mean, it's easier to jump onto a plane and go to London than it is to jump on a plane and go to Lusaka. And I think that's part of the drama, actually, that people are going to enjoy seeing, is that these young people are trying to navigate passports, visas, you know, vaccinations, vaccines. It's quite a role, you know, it's quite a role.
I love it. And more than anything else, I think it's also really great that you guys are changing lives because of those 5 dancers that were chosen to be fully sponsored, rather. Talk to me about that.
So one of the things that Paul Mujaji is really passionate about is the idea of cultural activism. So using culture to actually promote a positive message, but more than just promoting a positive message,
All right, so apologies for that slight technical difficulty. We'll get back to that conversation a little bit later. But last month, we actually asked you to post a picture with your Plascon product on social media using the hashtag PlasconSA, and to follow PlasconSA on Facebook and Instagram. And all this to stand a chance to win a whopping 10,000 Rand.
How generous. We just love giving you so much money, and we get to announce a lucky winner today, which I'm really excited to get into. Can we just congratulate? We need a moment.
Yes.
Can we give the biggest congratulations to Judy Padachi?
Yes! Judy!
Yes, 10,000 Rand is is yours, Judy. Congratulations.
Wow, and I do believe that we have the celebrity on the line, Judy Padayachi, reporting live. Hi, good morning.
Hi.
It's
Thanks so much. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
We're excited for you, Judy. This is such a huge moment. And I want to get into what home DIY project you're currently working on. I'm sure there are a couple of them.
Yes, I would like to paint my lounge, the passage, dining room, and bedroom.
Good ideas, eh? The living spaces, there's a flow there, Judy.
Yes.
I'm hearing the flow, which is important. You've chosen cream as your favorite paint color. Why?
Yes, full cream. I love the color. It really brightens up my home.
Lovely.
I love that too because it's not even white. It's taking it to the next level. It's warmer.
Yes.
It's homey. Judy, I'm here for it. Of course, you get 10,000 Rand courtesy of Plascon. It's an incredible opportunity. Do you want to say anything to them?
Yes, thanks to Plascon for this amazing opportunity and for this lovely prize. I'm really going to get my home revamped with this.
And we can't wait to see it, Judy. Make sure that you get in touch. Send us pictures because we want to share in this DIY joy with you, okay?
Okay, I will do.
Oh.
Thank you. Judy Padiachi, our winner of 10,000 Rand, and the July competition has come to an end. But fear not. No. We're launching a new competition because we want you to continue to win big and hear all the details you need as to how to enter.
Be a handy hero this spring and stand the chance of winning 10,000 Rand cash from Plascon. To enter, tell us what Plascon product you purchased this spring and include hashtag PlasconSA. Enter by replying to Expresso's competition post on Facebook, X or Instagram, or WhatsApp your entry to 084 368 1603. Remember to keep your proof of purchase. Competition closes 27th of September at midday. T's and C's apply and can be found on expressoshow.com.
I love winning. I really do. I love winning. And also I love it when we're winning with regard to conversations that sometimes you're not going to broach when you are with your friends, but we are your friends. So, I mean, here's the thing. How long should you wait before you put a ring on it? We're not scared. We're going to open the can of worms right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Let's do it.
All I'm saying is that if he likes it, then he better put a ring on it, okay? I'm going to leave it there, but we'll unpack that conversation in a bit. Also, feeling like a winner, Busi Nova is going to get your Tuesday set off right because we're still going to have a performance by the wonderfully talented individual. It's called Best of Me, and we want the best of you today on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is Expresso on S3, and on Tuesdays, we delve into all things relationship dilemmas, a.k.a. opening massive cans of worms. Today's scenario was inspired by Big Sean and Janae Aiko's recent story, and we're looking for your advice. So listen carefully.
Oh, my goodness.
And then send through your advice. We actually want you to come through. This is great. 063-408-8863. But let's set the scene.
It's a big one,
It's
Carl.
a huge one.
I'm just saying, I'm into celebrities' lives like you know. I love the tea, and many people are talking about Big Sean, who recently shared in an interview why he hasn't proposed to his longtime partner, Janae Aiko, yet, despite their relationship, and also they share a child. They've got a child together. He mentioned that marriage isn't just a checkbox for him, but rather a reflection of their relationship's strength and also its stability.
Okay. Well, I mean, Sean does believe in nurturing their bond, as we've seen, right, first, and that marriage will follow naturally and organically. He also highlighted the fact that there's a certain importance of both partners being on the same page and working through challenges together. Given this context, there's a certain situation we'd love your take on. Do you want to set this up?
I think so. So if you were in Big Sean's shoes, how would you navigate balancing the expectations of marriage with the need to ensure your relationship is solid and secure? And then from Janae's perspective, from the girl's perspective, how would you handle the pressures and emotions related to the situation? I mean, I know how I would feel, but it's not about me. We want you to drop your thoughts and advice in the comments on social media, okay? You can find us at Expresso Show or hit us up on that WhatsApp line 063-408-8863.
Well, it's a sensitive topic, and we need somebody who is sensitive enough to handle it. We need professional advice. We called in the equivalent of the Ghostbusters when it comes to relationships. Vuyani Bouwe is here, a marriage counselor, a marriage officer, a motivational speaker, somebody who is now married to Expresso. So there's a lot of marriage going on with this man. Vuyani, welcome. It is a pleasure, a privilege to chat to you.
Thank you so much, Carl. I'm glad to be here.
All right.
Yeah. Carl missed this, but the last time I think Zanele dubbed you Dr. Love. So now we're just going to continue with... He's really married to us now. Dr. Love is in the building. It's a tricky one, Doc.
Very tricky.
I can't believe it. I know that we're talking about celebrities, but I think that many people deal with this on a day-to-day basis as well. I mean, as Zanele too, can you agree, girl? You've heard your friends go through this. Perhaps you've gone through this. I don't know. Okay, maybe she'll let us know later.
Later, no, the thing is that she's building up the tea, and she'll release later. It's fine. I got you. It's cool.
Well, let's get into the first little bit about how men can actually balance societal expectations of marriage with personal beliefs, also about nurturing the relationship with their partner first. It's a tricky one to balance, but like, how do you even get around it, Doc?
Societal expectations are not the be-all and end-all. They cannot be an all-encompassing phenomenon where everybody is tied to this one thing. We mature and grow at different levels as persons. So you need to find who you are as Vuyani. Are you ready? Have you matured to be able to have someone in your life? Are you able to reciprocate? Are you able to be monogamous? What are your visions for the future? Are you able to contribute into someone's life as they'll be contributing to you? Because societal expectations are not going to be staying with you. They're going to you're going to be staying with your partner. So it's like imposing societal standards on something that you are building, and this is not the time for that. There are certain things we can take from society which are positive, like morality and those things. But when you are going to run your life at my expectations, you may not reach your destination. So the beauty of two people coming together is them finding their center of gravity, is them building what will work for them. Because what will work for society might not function in this household. The dreams for this household, the dreams for this relationship are different to what society wants. So the biggest challenge you would have is expecting to run your life being fueled by someone else's expectations. It's a slippery slope to destruction.
It is, Vuyani, but remember, we live in Mzansi. We have certain social and cultural dynamics here that I think are very unique to our land. We have a lot of family members who like to weigh in and we can't avoid them. We can't not go to the braai, and we can't not go to the 60th party where we're going to get the aunties and uncles who are going to weigh in and say, like, when's this happening here? When am I going to get an invite? When is this happening? When's the child coming? When's the marriage coming? This is South Africa.
Of course.
So in light of that, I just need to get some real-time perspective from Zanele with regard to some of the pressures. I mean, you know what I'm talking about when it comes to societal pressures, one thing, but actually blocking it out is a lot more difficult in South Africa. Am I right in saying that?
You are so right, my Carl. It's absolutely crazy. I mean, me being a 30-year-old, I'm getting looks at the brides and the funerals and the weddings and all of those things. And they're like, oh, it would be so nice, yes, for some cows to come home. I'm like, go buy the cows, Kesana. But in any case, it really is one of those things where genuinely in South Africa, I agree with you, Carl, is the fact that there are always those societal pressures as well as that family pressure, especially when everyone else around you, that's around your age, is also getting married, having children, and all of those different things. So you're so right in that regard. And that's why I think that, you know, I guess it is all about us having conversations like this on our Feel Good Breakfast show, so that even in the situations that we find ourselves in, we can actually feel good in saying, hey, everybody, own pace, own race. 100%.
There we go.
I like that.
Fuyani, do you want to just add on to that what Zanele said over there? So it's difficult to resist. So do you have some of the building blocks as to how we can start blocking that out? It's so tough in this country.
It's very important that you, as a person, do not live your life according to other people's standards. You will not be able to sustain them because you do not know where they are coming from. There's a generation problem where the older generation may have expectations based on their predisposition. And you are in another generation, you are pursuing different things. Somebody can be talking about children, but you are still building your career.
Yeah.
Do you then put your life on pause to satisfy societal expectations at your expense, at your time, at your resources? So it is very important to take what will work for you from society. There are good things that we can learn from society, but do not take the whole bucket with you. It may be too heavy and delay you as you get to your destination.
That's hectic. Okay, Doc, but we want to cross the line into marriage, right? And it is hard not to take on those expectations. But how do we then, okay, we've paused it. How do we strengthen the relationship now between the two of us and maybe communicate more effectively?
Strengthening the relationship requires intentionality. Immediately as you go into your relationship, what are you looking for? Because if you are ambiguous, you will not be loved the way you want to be loved. You may be loved.
That's a word.
You know, and this is why South Africa is having so many divorces. I love you, but do you love me the way I want to be loved? Do you understand my love language? So these are the things we need to discuss, because marriage is a lifetime. So if I'm going to be stuck with you, you know, with temporary commitment while we want permanent commitment, you know, then we have a problem. You know, am I able to be the best version of myself when I'm with you?
Right.
Are you contributing in who I am becoming? Or is this relationship taking a lot of who I want to be? I have to go beyond myself to be able to give life to this. Then that is not a relationship. I need to be myself. If I'm a mad cat, let this relationship allow me to be a mad cat. Because if I don't have to be myself in your presence, then in the future, we are not going to gel. We are not going to be in our element.
Fuyani, this is, I feel like we need a part two. In fact, we're going to add one anyway for you. Please add your thoughts to this one, 0634088863. And you can sing it from the rooftops about being yourself and allow people to integrate into your existing self, which is vitally important. And to allow people in that will accentuate that, that is key. But we'll unpack a bit more. Talking about singing from the rooftops, let's leave it to a proper singer.
Yes, honey. From a doctor of love to a doctor of music. I'm talking about Vusi Nova. He's about to take over the Expresso stage. Everybody, please make some noise for the king with the best of me.
Gave you the best of me. Yeah, I gave you all of me. I put your needs before my own. ingekho enough for you. Mhlawumbe ingekho enough for you. So Dieke, now I'm enough with you. How I wish that you could have taken the time to consider my feelings. More than 2, 3, 4 times I've gone the extra mile. Ubushura yizoni na ukundithanda mna khale ndlela ndikuthanda ngayo. Now let me tell you, you took time to get it. When you tatikesha, now is it kama winoma usazi? Ubushura yitoni na ukundithanda mna khale ndlela ndikuthanda ngayo. Mhlawumbe ingekho enough for you. Mhlawumbe ingekho enough for you. Mhlawumbe ingekho enough for you. So Dieke, 'cause I'm enough with you. Mhlawumbe ingekho enough for you. Mhlawumbe ingekho enough for you. Yeah. Mhlawumbe ingekho enough for you. Dieke, 'cause I'm enough with you.
Oh, come on! Vusi Nova, everybody! Oh, my goodness. I'm also in love with you, Vusi. Even me, in love. Expresso family, we are in love with you because you show up for us each and every morning, 6 to 9 a.m. And we do all sorts of things, from being entertained with the music to also having the conversations, which are today for Relationship Tuesday, that relationship dilemma we spoke about. Let us know what your thoughts are, what your advice is. 063-408-8863. Hopefully we can help somebody out this morning. However, we're getting to all of that and a whole lot more right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show in a bit. But we're going to take a short break. We'll be back after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is Expresso on S3, and yes, it is Relationship Tuesdays. Now, before the break, we announced our relationship dilemma. It's a tough one, but we've got somebody, an expert, in fact, that's going to guide us through this and make sure that we're all okay by the end of the segment, okay? Vuyani Bue, Dr. Love is what we like to call him.
Yeah, that's right.
A marriage officer, counselor, motivational speaker, many things. He's here to give his expert advice and get into it.
So the gist is, I'm going to put it as plainly as I can, when there is societal pressure to get married to someone. One person may be keen, the other one a bit apprehensive, but society steps in. Now you just want to say, yes, I should do it, or maybe, should I wait? But what about my family? What about my friends? What about, we've been together for so long, am I going to, waste the whole relationship by not getting it to the apex that is marriage? There's a lot of permutations around here. But thank you to you for sending in a little message, because sometimes, Vuyani, as you know, this is real life. It's not just Janae Aiko and Big Sean.
Yeah.
This is real people.
Yeah.
Anonymous sent in a voice note. Let's take a listen and see if we can help.
Good morning, Mr. Carl Wasty and everybody on Expresso. Yeah, man, I know how the feeling is. I'm been getting it from my mother, my auntie, my grandmother. Everybody wants to know when I'm getting married. I've been with my fiance for 9 years. We have a child that is 4 years old. But, ish, what is the rush in life, man? Why does people want to rush us? We young. Me, I'm only 25 right now, so why should I rush? That's my thing. My fiance says the same thing. And I mean, the engagement is like only now, like almost 3 years. 2 years, actually. It's 2 years.
You better get it right there, brother. Otherwise, it's going to be a very quick engagement. But no, so there's a lot of little pillars there that I want to just throw to you, Vuyani. As you can hear, pressure 9 years, kid in the mix, okay, 2-year engagement. You've got 3 pillars over there, Vuyani.
But also 25 years old.
And 25 years old. So 4.
4 pillars.
So I just want to throw that on your table. We're going to sit back and let you talk.
My goodness. 9 years.
Yes.
Tells me they know each other.
Oh, yeah.
Now, knowing each other and being ready for marriage are 2 different things.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So the length of knowing a person may not mean you know them well enough, or you haven't seen what you want to see for you to make that commitment. Because I've met people who says, when you know, you know. And it could be 2 months. When you know, you know. So it is difficult to make a call. But for me, the gist of the matter is, who is making the commitment? To whom is the commitment being made? And if those 2 parties know where they stand and are comfortable with where they are, I would rather you wait for as long as you want to wait until you are ready. It's like saying to you, we will teach you to drive. You don't have to have a driver's license. Just get into the car. You will kill so many people. You'll kill your passengers. You'll kill other people on the road because you are able to drive, but you are not licensed to drive. So if you are not ready for marriage, do not get married. This is about you, because you are going to be the man of the house, not the people pressurizing you to be married. So take your time, be in your element, ensure the stars align, ensure that you are in someone's life who values you in their life. 9 years is not going to appreciate you. 9 years is not going to love you. 9 years is not going to push you towards your dreams. I'd rather be in someone's life where I am able to thrive and be the best version of myself than to have 9 years. So it always goes back. Who is going to be the anchor for the marriage? Is it going to be the family? No. Who's going to be the father and mother to the child? Is it going to be the family? No. Who is going to be the sponsor of this whole life? It's going to be the man and the woman. Hence, the man has to man up. And the first stage of manning up is teaching your parents to respect the person that you are and the person you are becoming, and to ensure that your plans for the future, no matter how long they take, they are respected because you are going to live them.
Fiona, can we please elaborate on that? Because I feel like we've spoken a lot about the couple in particular, but we have said many times that there's a lot of societal and outside pressure. So can you please leave a word for the aunties in particular that keep asking us and badgering us, or parents that want to overstep, people from the outside? What will you say to them to respect those boundaries?
The most important thing you can ever do as a parent is to ensure that you allow your children to find their center of gravity and to ensure that you allow them to be themselves. A lot of young people are sitting in peculiar situations because they've made mommy happy. Mommy being happy all the time at the expense of the child may not be the best thing for the child. So we need to ensure that we give them the space so that they are able, because some couples are sitting with challenges where mommy is still in charge even though she is married. You want to choose a curtain, mommy must give an opinion. You know, now you are the head of the household as the man, and you are the matriarch in the household, and mommy is in charge. And there needs to be a stage where mommy lets go.
Sure.
It's not easy as a parent, but parents need to let go.
I want to say something to that as well, and this is by no means a defense on the parents, but a perspective, I think, that a lot of parents come from broken homes. A lot of the grandparents come from broken homes.
Oh, yeah.
So their intention in terms of forcing you to get married is to try and create the completed look of a family that they could not have. And that trauma tends to filter down generationally all the way onto you getting the pressure to get married. So just in terms of that, I think as someone receiving all of those, you know, those, like, hey, when you're going to get married, when you're going to get this, when you're going to get that from the elders in the family, I think the best way to deal with it, and, you know, when I did, it was basically listening to the message and not the tone, Fuyani. The message was, I just want you to be safe.
Right.
The tone was, get married soon. And I wanted to listen to the message. And I think maybe for anybody who's irritated by that or even repulsed by their own family, instead of breaking a family and avoiding people, like, I feel like it's important to maybe listen to their message. They just want you to be safe. They want you to be in a good spot, as opposed to the tone that she's always saying, I believe that marriage is going to fix everything. That's their belief, not yours.
Exactly.
That's what I'm hearing from you here today as well.
Exactly. Marriage will not fix you. Marriage will not make you responsible.
Nope.
Marriage is like an empty bank account. It is what you deposit in it that will appreciate and bring interest.
These analogies today, Riani. These analogies, my friend.
So if you have no vision, you have no goal, if you have no parent will ever deposit that into you, and no marriage will ever make you a man. I've seen many married people, and you can see that this is a grown-up boy married to a honorable woman. And she is frustrated because she got into it. As I'm saying, it doesn't matter how long you wait. Are you happy? Are you in your element? Are you growing? Are you becoming the best version of yourself? Then, when you are ready, because when your mom is gone and your dad is gone and auntie is gone, what do you do with this mess that was supposed to be this life-changing experience that you have to sit with for the rest of your life? And I can tell you, this mess has to be resolved by a magistrate in a court of law.
Ooh, he knows it because he's been involved in many proceedings, many processes from the beginning to the end. Dr. Love, thank you so much. We have one more question coming through from our beloved Zanele. Let's hear from you. What's going down?
Oh, hi, my beloveds and Dr. Love. Vuyani, I wanted to please ask you, especially because of how, you know, you said you should never get married because of other people. That should not be your sole reason or even your reason at all. Can I ask you, if somebody finds themselves in that situation where, unfortunately, you actually come to the realization as a couple that, maybe we got married for the wrong reasons, how do you salvage that? You know, what would be the next steps to take to hopefully try and have the best marriage possible?
Thank you, Zanele. If the intention is good, any relationship can be rescued. If the intention is genuine, people can come to marital counseling where they'll be guided to gravitate towards building a proper relationship, because the proper building blocks of a relationship are two people who want to be in each other's lives, who want to contribute in each other's lives and in each other's well-beings. And that is why people like me are there in marriage counseling, to ensure that the relationship is guided to be where it's supposed to be, and for the people to have the best relationship they can ever have. And greater marriages are made because there are two willing people and who are willing to do the work and put in the effort in ensuring the relationship survives.
Amazing. Thank you, Dr. Love. Hopefully that'll be me and my person soon, you know, when I find them. Thank you. All right.
That's great.
That's great. Well, take your time, Zanele, too. Please, girl, there's no pressure. You are so young and you are on the app, so do you, boo. We've got 2 comments on social media. Let's see what they're saying on the streets.
All right. Comments coming through. Let's find out. Anthea Langeveld, I agree with him. Marriage is a serious commitment. Rather take your time, build a relationship because of a good foundation. This is in relation to the chat that we had of Janae Aiko and Big Sean, and will stand the test of time. Too many people take it for granted and get married and divorced all willy-nilly.
Sure.
From Anthea.
Very true.
May? Look
That's
at that.
a big one. Another one from Noak saying, people must state what they want in the beginning. Honesty is something that helps, but obviously adults lie and also they change their minds. That's true.
It's a lot. There's a lot of different remarks with regard to that, and I'm glad the comments are coming through. But I need to go back to that analogy you made, that marriage is an empty bank account.
It's an empty bank
You know,
account.
which I tell you what, a way to remember that is ATM, a thriving marriage. You need to deposit all the positivity in there, which is great. You can use that. It's another Dr. Mini Love for you. We can have a practice together. But that's how I'm going to remember it now, and I think it's so important what you placed in there. But you know, there are ways and means to navigate this. But then again, to sit down and find out if the 2 people are ready. So let's go back to Big Sean and Janae Aiko now. The 2 people are ready. Okay, I need to ask you, and this is the curveball, and I'm so sorry. Forgive me. We've been talking about society, family. Okay, but now let's talk about the couple. You've been together for, let's just say, 9 years, like we had a little earlier with Anonymous. There's a child involved. One person is dead set on getting married. They want it. They want you. They believe that you are their future. And you are not ready. And the interpretation there is that, A, this person's not on my same page here, but the person's just not ready and at that level. How do you even begin to navigate that scenario? I think that is something that a lot of people face today, where they are so sure they want to get married.
Just not now.
And the other one is just not now. But they want to in the future, but not now. Difference of opinion within the unit. Let's talk about that for a second.
The strength of a healthy marriage and the strength of a healthy marital life is not me wanting. It is the couple reaching a divergent point and gravitating towards marriage. There is something hugely wrong when I as an individual, because I in marriage becomes we. Immediately when I say I, that is a huge problem. Because when we grow together and we gravitate towards each other and we marvel together, we create something to behold, you know, and eventually we will get to where we want. I'm ready, you are not ready. We are ready. And I will wait for you until you are ready. I will contribute to you until you become, you know, the person that you want to be. And when you found your center, and you found your gravity, you know, and when you are sure with yourself, you'll be able to pour into me the way I want you to pour into me. At times we expect from people while they are becoming, and some people need to be given the chance to become the best version of themselves because what you will receive prematurely will devastate you.
Sure. I feel like I need to pay for this.
Oh
like,
my
I don't know. Like, I just want to take your card machine out, my friend. A lot of people. South Africa is willing to tap now into you. That was great.
I love what you said. Those lasting words were so important. But can I just say that from a woman's perspective, yes, be there for the journey, but not at your own expense. So you need to draw the line at some point. But we wish you well on your journey of making it to the altar. And if in doubt, there's always Dr. Lam.
Oh, yes.
Yani Bue was in the building.
Thank you.
And what great advice. Oh, my gosh.
It's been really great. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
That is a deposit of knowledge that we needed in our lives here. Thank you for the inspiration. Of course, Zanele, there's many, many other things and other reasons to stay married to your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
It is true, honey. This is a relationship for life. Thank you very much. And this is why we'll keep giving you the likes of Vusi Nova. He's coming back with another performance right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a short break.
Enter the Maggie Cook the Difference competition, and your Maggie recipe stands a chance of being featured in the Maggie Cookbook, winning you one of 10 sets of CETA accredited courses, each worth 10,000 Rand, plus a chance at the grand prize and a brand partnership with Maggie worth over 275,000 Rand. Competition runs 7th of August to the 15th of September. Entry details and T's and C's at expressoshow.com.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. Feel Good Breakfast Show. That's what it is. Can we try and get some money?
Oh, I hope we can. Into your pockets in particular, because we got to get into this. Play Lotto, Powerball, and Powerball Plus for 62 million Rand in total estimated jackpots this Tuesday, and you just could become Zanzi's next big winner. So what are you waiting for? You got to play Powerball for an estimated 52 million and Powerball Plus for an estimated 10 million Rand. Not yesterday, not tomorrow. You got to do it today, okay?
All right, so how do you do it today is the next question. It's fine. So guess what? You can walk into a store with a smile on your face and then maybe you can win. I don't know. Or just find somebody's laptop and go into nationallottery.co.za. Or find someone's phone and then go into the mobile app. Preferably your own phone. That'll work nicely. Cell phone banking, that works perfectly. And if you want to do it a different way, why don't you be different today and try USSD by dialing *120*7529# into your phone and see what happens.
Oh, that's beautiful. Carl laid it out for you so nicely. But if you missed any points, the details are on our Expresso social media pages. So go and check them out. And Panda Pusher play Powerball and Powerball Plus for 62 million Rand in total estimated jackpots today. And you could just win millions. I'm just saying,
yes,
you got to play to win and play now.
And with millions, you can invite Vusi Nova to some incredible and an amazing celebration in your backyard. Think about winning millions. You get Zanele to MC and Vusi Nova to sing. Let's dream big here, shall we? But you get that for free right here.
Oh, Carl, you are absolutely incredible. I love your work. And yes, honey, that's exactly it. It is for free here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Everybody, shutting it down today on Expresso. It is none other than Vusi Nova with Ndiketiwe. Come on, everybody!
Ndaba zuri kangelapha inyawo zinotaka masimbule lusimakate
Feel Good production.
Say goodbye to nausea and cramps and say hello to delicious freedom with Nolax range of lactose-free milk and yogurt. Be free with lactose-free.